Good morning. It's your pal Jim Norton, all alone today. No disrespect to the lovely little skeleton crew I have around me, but there's no Opie. I don't know where he is. There's no Anthony. Something happened with him. No Sam. He's doing his own thing. Stangl brothers have been killed in a helicopter crash. So it's just me with young Iraq and Travis. Of course, Kenny and Adrian. And I was supposed to have Natasha Leggero today. She was coming in, and I like Natasha a lot. But apparently there was shitty weather last night, and her flight was canceled. So I didn't get a comic today. I probably should have, but I was just like, I was really depressed all weekend. It's going to be a very depressing morning. No real reasons. It's kind of like, they say white people problems or, third world or first world problems. Yeah. That's all it is. I've been wanting to move. Okay. I've been talking about that for a little while. Like, I want to find another place to live. I like my place, but I want a little bit more room. Not that I'm going to have kids, but my refusal to pull out tells me that I should have an extra room because one of these fucking zilches is going to want to keep it someday. So I'm like, let me get a 2-bedroom somewhere. So I've been hunting and finding nothing I like. And I finally kind of found a place that I like. I'm like, this apartment, downtown, it's not the neighborhood I would want to live in, but it's not a terrible neighborhood. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I could live here and I could enjoy being here. So it's the first place I walk into where I'm like, this is where I want to live. Every other place, I was like, it's all right. Whatever. I don't like it. It smells weird. One place I looked at, the fucking kitchen had crumbs in it and was dirty. And it's like, how is the broker allowing you to try to sell a place that has a dirty kitchen? It smelled like mildew in the apartment. I was so annoyed every time I'd walk in. I told my broker, I fucking hate these people. I don't want to live in their space. I hate them. So I finally find a place that feels like home. It's got a little bit of room. And I put in a bid. And they countered, and my broker does a great job. And within like a day, 24 hours, say, we have an agreement. So we're waiting to get the paperwork. Like, they're going to send whatever it is, the deal memo, whatever it is. Real estate, I have zero clue. You always try to sound like you know what you're doing when you're buying something. Like you nod at the appropriate times. But I don't know any of the lingo, and I think they can kind of sense that I'm a dope. So he says, well, they're still holding an open house. On the side, I noticed that on the website. I'm like, why are they still holding an open house? Is that standard? Like, maybe it is, and I don't know. But if we have a deal, why are they still showing it? It's like if a girl agrees to go out with you. Like, you want to go out? Like, yeah, I'd love to be your boyfriend. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to fuck a couple of guys on Sunday from 12 to 1:30. So, and I apologize. Does my cough button work? How's that?
No, I still hear you.
Why don't they fix my cough button? I've been asking since 1984.
They probably didn't think you'd ever use it.
I cough every 10 seconds. The fuck are they talking about? I'm like one of those miso Filio, fuck, why would I try to riff? I don't know the word. So they're holding the open house, and I'm like, my broker says that maybe that's, he called the guy, and the guy's kind of standard to do. But he goes, yeah, something's fishy. Like, they haven't sent out the deal memo they're supposed to send out. They haven't sent any of the shit they're supposed to send. So he goes, I think it's going to fall through. I think they're going to renege on their promise.
Yeah, it's supposed to be listed once you come to an agreement. It's supposed to say under contract. But that before it says sold.
Yes, no, I understand, but we didn't even get to that yet. Like, there was no signed stuff. Like, they didn't even send out the deal for me to sign. So under contract, it shouldn't have said that, even if they did send the appropriate paperwork, because it wouldn't have been at that time. We have to have it inspected. You got it. If you're going to buy a place, you have to have an engineer come in and look at it and make sure that you're not going to fucking, go to take a dump and fall through the floor, just structurally.
Does it have a co-op board that you have to get approved?
No, I've never tried to get a co-op. I'm guessing it's the same everywhere in the country, but here in New York, the condos are much easier to get. And being an entertainer, and I'm using air quotes, it's harder to get into a co-op place, I think, especially if they Googled me and realized Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, some of the things I've said,
Yeah, Opie had that problem years ago.
Yeah, because they try to Google you and they realize, oh no, this guy's a shock jock. There's going to be problems. We don't want it. So co-ops are cheaper. The fucking monthly payments are pretty high, but the co-ops are actually cheaper to get in. And I was walking by this place on Broadway the other day, and I saw this amazing place with a terrace. I'm like, oh, what a delight. And the price was expensive, but like within my budget. Like, I need to, and I'm like, there's no way it can be that cheap. And I'm like, it's got to be a fucking co-op. And of course it was, which means it's unattainable to me. They would never approve me on the co-op board. Maybe they would, but it's a whole hassle, and I just can't handle the rejection. I can't handle sitting there putting on a tie, a fucking clip-on tie at age 46, and talking to these people. Being interviewed. And I don't even know what they ask you. I mean, financially, I have a steady check, so my bills get paid. I'm usually not late with my shit. At least not anymore, since my accountant's going to pay my bills, because I was late on a lot of things at one point. So let me correct that. Let me put a little fucking star and go back. I'm not late. He's not late.
I thought you didn't like that. I thought you didn't like somebody being in control of your money and paying your bills.
They're not. He's going to do it for me the way Bob does it for Opie, and I think still for Ant, is that he writes the checks and everything and sends them to you, and then you just sign them and send them out. And to show you how bad I am, I have checks sitting in my apartment for like 4 days now. I haven't even opened the package. I just forget.
He's doing the work, and you're still going to be late.
But I'm not going to ever get power of attorney. That's how you lose your money, is you have a guy who can sign your shit for you, and then you lose everything because they keep writing checks to themselves or whatever it is they do.
Why don't you just pay your bills online?
Why don't I pay my bills online?
Just schedule them. And then
Good question.
Automatically
that is true.
deducts, and then you don't even have to worry about it.
I don't know. I don't like that, where they can just come in and take shit out of my account.
Yeah, but
you're approving it.
They're allowed to.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, my monthly maintenance fees at my apartment, I do. At my condo, it's the condo, whatever. I do that, and with my phone bill, I do that. There's a couple you don't want to be late on, so I do that with a couple of them. But I'm like, I can kind of manage that. But this whole credit card business, no, because sometimes you get fucked, and I don't want them just taking stuff out of my account. So anyway, they're jerking me off, basically, trying to get this place. They're jerking me off, and I'm frustrated. So I was really depressed about it. Like, again, the other places I've looked at that I liked, of course, one, Mesothelioma, thank you very much. One of them I couldn't afford. It was just they wouldn't come down any lower, and I couldn't afford it. Another place I could barely. This place I couldn't afford, but he got it to a place where I could afford it. It's cheaper than it probably should be, but I guess they weren't selling it because of the neighborhood. So, whatever. I was just really fucking depressed all weekend. This, again, not the most, this is not the, most major thing in the world. I understand that. I understand apparently in Africa there's problems worse than what I'm having. I've heard in other places in the world there's a few things going on. This whole, ISIS group. There's some things happening that may not,
I think Pamela Geller's having a rougher morning than you.
Yeah, I'm sure she expected it, though. Pam Geller at least knows what she's in for. She's saying, I'm going to draw Muhammad. We're going to draw Muhammad. You're going to try to kill me. I, with the best intentions, was ready to sign paperwork. I was like, go ahead, send me the paper. I'll sign it. And they fucking backed out.
It is frustrating, though, because finding a place sucks. And when you walk into a place that, you want, you get that feeling like this is the place. This is what I want. I've been looking for something, and then to not, get it.
It stinks.
Really frustrating.
And I have no poker face at all. I have no ability to negotiate. Like, you have to act cool in front of the other broker, but
that's all right.
No, but it's not okay, because I put my foot down, I'm like, I'll take it! I'm like fucking Ralph Cramden. I'm such an asshole. They knew immediately we got this fucking idiot on the hook.
You weren't like, maybe.
No. I was like, it's perfect, I love it! Oh, I can put this here. When you start saying what you'll put there, oh God, we have to paint that a different color. This is where I'm going to hang my Sabbath picture. Don't name specific photos you're going to hang in places if you're trying to be cool.
That's the real reason you're moving. You ran out of wall space.
That's a big part of it. My gay designer, and people, why do you have to say he's gay? Just because he fucks me in the ass and mouth. No, because I would always prefer to use a guy than a woman, because women's taste is not mine. Anyway, I showed him, and I think I jinxed it. I don't big believe in jinxing, but I think I showed him, and because he goes, oh, you have so much wall space for your stuff, and that sunk me. But anyway, I found out that it's probably not going to happen. And it was like, God, I fucking hate real estate people. But then again, they're just trying to get the most money for their client, which is fine. If it's a money issue, just tell me. If I can't do it and I can't afford it, just tell me and I can live with that. Because it's probably a nicer apartment than I should be able to get, but they just have not been able to sell it because of where it is. So I can live with that. There's a lot of places you want and you can't afford. There's another place in my building I want so fucking bad. Loved it. But they just
expensive.
They won't come down. They don't need to come down. They came down a little. They still want way more than it's worth, but they're like, no, we're not coming down. And I'm like, okay, I just can't do it. I physically can't do it. So that I can live with. I'm not going to go crazy and fucking, sell my shit. to get an apartment.
If you're having this much stress over trying to find a place, what are you going to do when you actually find a place and have to pack everything that you have? Because you're not going to let movers do it.
No, I will do it myself. But that, again, that's a stress I can handle. Like, that's one of those things where it's a part of it. It's a very stressful thing. Everybody says when you move, it stinks.
No, but you have a lot of signed things in your apartment that you're very careful with. You have cases and specialty framing and all that. You're not just going to let anybody handle that.
No, I'll do it piecemeal. Like, once I sign the paperwork and I get the keys, because you have to. There's a whole there's a move-in date. I'll just go at night and drive a lot of stuff down. I'll do it slowly, like I did moving in here. Like, there's certain things you handle yourself.
You're just going to be sitting there watching TV with bubble wrapping everything?
Oh, I did that. Yeah, absolutely.
Just take one box on the subway at a time.
No, I'll drive down for this one. I still have my car. But yeah, I have been all over the subway. Oh, don't even get me train talking started. So I've been so fucking depressed that I was like, what am I going to do? I'm dating casually here and there, but nothing very serious. But even that's not, going where I want it to. Like, I'm just, whatever. I mean, again, life is okay, but my personal life is just suffering a little bit. Nothing traumatic, but whatever. When it's your shit, it bothers you. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I'm down at the Comedy Cellar the other night, and I'm just fucking feeling miserable and lonely. So I just walked home from the Comedy Cellar. It's a couple of miles. It's over 70 blocks. And I was tired and just achy, and my legs hurt. And I'm like, why am I doing this? But it was kind of cathartic just to walk and just to think to myself. And the next morning I woke up. I don't think I did anything that night when I got home. I probably jerked off a little and didn't come. Like, that's what I do when I'm bummed out. I just edge, and I'm like, what am I doing? Go to bed. You have tennis elbow. So I wound up, I woke up at like 11 the next morning, depressed, went to get food, had nothing going on, and then just took the train to Harlem and walked home again. I just keep taking the train to places now and walking home. So I took the train to 125th Street. I walked around up there for a while, too. And, it was mobbed on a Saturday afternoon in 125th Street. Harlem's it's packed. Like, I just kind of wanted to, because I might look up there. They have really good property up there, and my nickname is the Gentrification Kid. So I'm like, maybe I'll go up there. And I've looked up there before, and I saw one place that I kind of regret not getting. It was fucking awesome. Had a huge wraparound balcony. It wasn't that deep into Harlem. It was right at the beginning. You were looking at Central Park and I think Morningside Park.
And in terms of investment, that's probably a huge place to look into.
Yeah.
Because they're saying that Harlem, obviously.
It's a real renaissance up there, apparently.
Oh.
But the reasons I didn't were a couple. It was a little far north, and it was also there was no parking. I didn't love the building. I liked the building, but I didn't love it. I didn't love the lobby. The construction was nice, but it wasn't like, it was like one of those things where you look at and you're like, I don't know if this is not home. It just didn't feel like home. So I walked home from Harlem, and then yesterday I woke up, and I wound up watching UFC, by the way, which I'll talk about briefly, because there's no one here to talk about UFC with, but I will talk about it to my fucking self. And then yesterday morning I woke up, again, just bummed, feeling like shit. And went and got breakfast again. And then fucking Choo Choo Jimmy just hopped on the one train and went to Christopher Street in the Village. I'm either going to black neighborhoods or gay neighborhoods. I just don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And it's nice down there. You can go down there and a man by himself can get some soaps or lotions or things of that ilk. Just things that every straight man gets. And I walked around. I went and took a piss in the Comedy Cellar. And, there's all these apps where you can meet people. So I met a lovely person for like 20 minutes. It wasn't even a date. It was just to sit down. I wanted something to do.
Cuddler?
No, it wasn't Cuddler. I had to bail on Cuddler. Cuddler to me was just no good. It just, I didn't meet anybody. I didn't get any hits. I had zero interest.
You weren't getting any cuddle requests?
None. I put out quite a few. And apparently nobody wants to cuddle with old Jimmy Norton.
I don't know how many people are actually using Cuddler anymore.
I don't know how many people were ever using it. To tell the truth, I didn't see any evidence that anybody was using it.
Seems it's Tinder or nothing.
So you just met up with someone because you were both bored and had 20 minutes to kill?
Well, we didn't phrase it like that.
Okay, but I mean...
But that's kind of what it came down to.
It wasn't a date.
No, I mean, it's one of these apps that's actually pretty good. But I wound up just meeting with her and having a beverage. It was nice just to chat with somebody. I was bored. and I think she was too. We just sat there and talked. And then I'm like, what am I going to do now? Oh, I know. Forrest Gump. I started running. And I just walked to the west side all the way and this was actually farther than the Comedy Cellar. And just walked. So in 3 days, I've done actually a 48-hour period. I did a tremendous amount of walking.
It was hot.
It was really hot.
You're crazy.
No, yeah, my asshole was not happy. It was really an amusement park.
Yeah, this wasn't like a spring walk.
No, it was not.
No, it was like 90 yesterday.
No, it was a summer self-punishment.
Yeah, you really are punishing yourself by making these are big walks.
Yeah, they're big walks, and the Stebbins could not be beaten. And me and McGarity walked for why am I doing the long walk references from a book I read in fucking 1988? So I just walked home. It was really hot yesterday, and I was walking along the West Side Highway, and I wound up just walking in the sun. Like I avoided the fucking bike paths. I don't have a bike, but I wound up walking, with it. They have kind of walking and a bike path together, and sometimes they converge on the same little area. And so I was just kind of walking, but people on the bikes were annoying me. I almost saw some older lady get hit. It's amazing how unempathetic I am. She was just old and not paying attention. Like, she's like 60, walking with her like adult daughter, 65. And, I'm walking in the little left lane and we're sharing it with other people and bikes. And this doddering fucking idiot just kind of meanders out with her arms open, and there's a guy on a bike coming, and I could see her almost going to get hit, and I didn't say anything. It's like that dumb joke I used to do in my act about being in Dealey Plaza when I saw the woman almost get hit by the car, getting her picture taken on the X where JFK was assassinated.
Right.
That was what I was doing. It was just me watching this woman about to get hit, and I'm like, fuck her.
At least you didn't turn on your phone to tape it.
I didn't have time. Had I had time, I would have done that, and I would have set up lights just to watch this old twat get plowed into. I was so annoyed at her doddering. Fucking dummy, pay attention. You're everything that's wrong with the world. You're every reason we have traffic. So she didn't get hit. The guy went around her. I was actually happy for the guy because he would have felt guilty hitting this old bag, and he probably would have got hurt himself. So I walked home, and I kind of felt I don't know, just a very blah weekend. I didn't do much.
What are you listening to when you walk around?
Just I have my phone on, the problem with my phone, my cell phone is the fact that it feeds my addiction, but not that problem. The music problem I have is I only have certain bands on there because it's still set from when it was 64 gigs. So like I have Sabbath and Motorhead, a lot of them, but I don't have the Beatles. I don't have a lot of other stuff I would like to listen to. So I find myself having too many live Ozzy songs. Which you'd think to myself, how can there ever be? And there really aren't when you're but when you're walking, I like it to jump between genres and between all this stuff. That's why I have no comedy on my stuff. Because if I'm working out, I don't ever want to hear like Carlin or Pryor. I just want music when I work out. So I find myself just zipping through, but I have a lot of Motorhead and a lot of Sabbath, a lot of Kiss. I don't even have Metallica on my phone. I took them off because again, I ran out of room. So now that I have the bigger gig one, I got to kind of, put
set it up again.
Yeah. I want to take a couple of calls. I mean, I wasn't going to. I hate these fucking jeans. They make my dick all mushed.
Andy just shoving his hands down his pants.
I had to. I got caught scratching my dick coming home the other night. I had my hands way down, and I had the whole shaft in my hand. I was just dragging my nails
while you were walking.
While I was walking, it's like I was scratching a small cat. It's like I was shooking. It's fucking. I was scratching my dick from shaft to helmet in the heat, after a long walk, long rake-like nail drags. It was marvelous.
No wonder people won't sell you apartments.
Yeah, they see me walk in, scratching my dick, plotting where to put my photos. They're like, this guy's garbage.
Like a Bond villain.
Yeah, Mr. Bond. And this old Asian couple just came out from their garage, and they both landed right on my dick with their faces. It was awful. So, Andy in Atlanta, you're having problems buying a house. What's going on, Andy?
You have the phones.
Yeah,
remember?
I know. I'm just saying what's going on, Andy, and waiting for someone else to do it for me. I've never done this before. Where do I do it?
You click on the number 3.
Come on! Okay, sorry. I just was hoping Opie was here. Okay. Where do I click? Right there?
Yeah, click on the number 3.
All right.
There you go.
Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, I'm such a big boy. Hold on. I did it myself. I'm such a big boy. Even when I do my advice show, which has really been heralded, I have Lou on the phone, so I'll kind of say which ones I want to go to, and Lou will do it. Sir, you're the first caller I've ever clicked on. What do we have for him? I wish I had a dial tone. What? All right, Andy, so you're having trouble buying a house?
Yeah, so we've known we needed to move to get our kids in better school districts.
You're in Atlanta?
Yep.
So you're trying to move into a whiter area?
You kid, but yeah.
Yeah.
But, logically, I know I can afford a bigger house, and it all makes sense logically. But when I actually, the time comes to put the house on the market and go looking for another one, it's just the panic attack that comes over me, and it's crippling because it's the fear of rejection. It's the, am I going to get myself in too deep? It's all that shit just piles up, and it becomes a hell of a lot to deal with. And then once you get under contract, you do the inspection, then you have to ask them to fix stuff. It's like, okay, are they going to do it? Are they going to say, fuck you? It's the back and forth. And then you get into packing and moving. God, I'd rather just go to the hospital for a major surgery or something.
Fucking home run, Andy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, no, I get it. And I have to hang up here, Rock? What do I hit?
Hit that button down there.
Why is it all the way down at the bottom? Oh, there's so much mousing around town. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, I guess you do kind of feel like this is an overwhelming life change that you got to do. And I don't even mind doing it. Like, when I found this place, I'm like, oh, I'm okay moving. Cocksucker microphone twister. I think I just told everyone what's been bothering me. So I'm just so frustrated, but I'm looking forward to this one. Like, I want to move. It's time. I want a little more space. I love my place. I'm very lucky to have it. Now there's a guy on the phone saying what I kind of suspected. Mike in New Jersey, he thinks that this guy used me. What's up, Mike?
You gotta hit number one.
I know. I'm just asking I'll get used to it. I don't know what to do. I get confused. Hello, Mike.
Hello there.
Hi, buddy.
How you guys doing?
Good.
So, Jim, I actually work in the Wall Street crowd, and we always joke that the real estate guys are fucking worse than we are. They are the biggest scumbags out there. What probably happened was they probably had a good buyer who is kind of close on price, and then all of a sudden you come in all excited. All these brokers talk to each other, know each other. They all have like little side deals going on with each other with percentages and introductions and shit. So once they get your bid on paper, they can go back to the other buyer and say, look, this guy's close. He loves it. You just get up a little bit, and then maybe you'll be in the ballpark. And the fact that they have the open house doesn't matter, too. That's also part of the chicken game. Look, they're having an open house. I guarantee you, within a week, you're going to see that thing in contract.
From the other guy?
Yep.
But why wouldn't they come back to me and tell me what he's paying and try to get more money out of me?
Well, because sometimes there's stronger buyers who might be all cash and who may have reloads and may have there's just different types of buyers. If somebody's an all cash buyer, that's obvious. And I don't know your situation.
I have a pre-approved mortgage.
Yeah, but that's good. But sometimes the all cash buyers are a little better.
Okay.
And if somebody's all cash and maybe a reload who doesn't have to sell his place on the other side, then that's very enticing for these people.
Well, I didn't have to sell my place. I was going to buy this and then sell mine after. I wasn't going to sell it just to get in.
Well, I'm just saying maybe that might have been the case. I don't know. But,
okay.
If somebody's coming in all cash or they're stronger buyers, and somebody might be closer down the line, and maybe even price. I don't know how close you were to what the real offer was, but if that guy was maybe $100,000 more than you, and they knew you weren't going to get there anyway, but they don't tell the other guy that you're not going to get there, it's just a big.
Okay, that makes sense. It's heartbreaking, but I can live with it. If they get more money than I had, then okay, it is what it is.
Your best bet. I don't know New York that well. I mean, I live in Jersey. I used to live in the city. But your best bet is not to work with the broker. Your best bet is to go to these open houses and then deal with the broker directly. Because if they can get both sides of the trade, that's when you get some real strength. Because, like I said, they're all about the money. It's all about the money for the broker. It's all about the money everywhere. But those guys, my advice to you would be just look at open houses.
Here's the thing too. There's a weird thing. I like my broker. He did somebody else I know, and I actually trust him, and he got the guy a tremendous deal. And I think this guy's pretty honest. Like, he said to me, he said, I said, did you talk to the broker? And he goes, yeah, he said all the right things, but I just think he might be full of shit. He's like, I'm getting a fishy energy from him, whatever. So you know what? We have an inspection that we're doing, and we're still going to do the inspection today. A part of me says don't do it, but then I'm like, fuck it, we'll go through the motions, because whoever else they have on the hook, they may drop out, and I may be the backup that gets it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize you saw the inspection. Yeah, no, you may get lucky.
All right. Thank you very much, man. I had a feeling that's kind of what it might be.
Good luck, dude. And when are you going back on Anthony's show?
Probably, I was going to go last week, but Thursday I taped for Fox, so I couldn't do it. And I didn't know until that morning what time, because Kennedy tapes at all weird times. Sometimes you go live at night, like you'll tape her show, or you go very close to that, or sometimes you go in the afternoon. She has a show on Fox Business. So I'm going to guess within the next week or two. That fucking drive out there kills me, dude. I understand that Keith got a place in the city, so they will be doing that, and then it'll be easy. I can just shoot right over there, like wherever it is in Midtown. That's easy.
Just take the subway.
I'll just shoot over. And what are the trains? I'll zip right over there, and so I'll be on probably next week or this week.
All right, Jimmy, be good.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Now I gotta hang up. Oh, see that? I'm kind of getting the. Hold on. All
he hung up.
Oh, did he? I know, but I should still do it. Yeah, it's a good point too. Adam in Boston, tell me. Go ahead, Adam. I'll do it myself. Oh, someone's learning. Someone's learning a lesson. I said, I almost started talking to you, Adam, and then I realized Big Boy had to hit the mousey button. Someone's learning. I'm becoming intelligent. I'm like, what happens when the machines learn? The machines no longer need us to push the button. I just hit it. Ooh, Adam, welcome aboard to the program. This is fun. It's like a real call-in real estate thing today.
You're doing a good job, Jimmy.
Oh, what do I know? I'm just here. I can't even buy a home, for Christ's sake. What's up?
Well, what I was going to say is you got to take emotion out of this entire process. You seem like an emotional guy. You're getting depressed over this.
Yes.
And really, I think Carlin said it, right? You're just buying a place to store stuff and go put your shit somewhere.
You know, I know what you're saying, but it's more than that. You know, the place you live is not just a place to store your stuff. You want it to feel comfortable when you walk in. Like, you want to just like where you are. And I do like where I am. It's not like I have a dumpy apartment. Like, I like where I live. I'm lucky to live there. But I just want a bit more room as you get older and you start thinking, like, maybe, yeah, would I have kids? I don't know. I don't feel a pressing desire. But if it happened, it fucking happened.
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated that I found this place and really liked it. There is a place I like in my building that I may get, but it's just frustrating. I wish I didn't see this place, and I almost didn't go see it. I wound up, it was the day of the China interview. We had China and X-Pac. I wasn't walking out on that one. So I told the broker, like, yeah, let's just cancel this first one and go look in Brooklyn. I've been looking in Brooklyn a little bit, too, you know. But some of that shit's just too far from the subway. Like, too far. Like, I don't mind a quick train ride in, but then you gotta walk 15 minutes. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I still, but thank you for the call. I appreciate it, man. You might be right.
Hey, now, it's a kick in the dick. Just keep going at it, my man. Good luck.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I'll be fine. Again, it's one of those problems that I'm lucky to have. It's a nice choice to have. You know, like, I have a place to live. I'm fortunate. And I'm going to find a place to live. And, you know, it's just you find something you like and it's just a little heartbreaking. Whatever. Again, I know that I'm fucking bitching about something that a lot of people want to smash me for. But everyone has this stuff when you apartment hunt. When you look for a place to live, it's not just a place to put your shit down. You have to be there all the time. You have to like the way it feels. You have to picture yourself nude in that place. This is what a fucking shitbag I am. I was picturing myself in that apartment dark with candles lit. I really should just
in which room?
I don't know, the living room. Here's what I'm going to do. When I go back today, I'm going to hang myself out the window, like in The Omen. I'm doing this for you. And I'm going to yell the broker's name and throw myself off the balcony. Fucking hang myself. Then they won't sell it for a year. Oh, I don't know. We like it. But isn't that the place the man hung himself? Yeah. He wanted the apartment.
Such a weird thing to find a new place where you're like, I need to be nude in this room. If I can't do that.
It's not normally what I think, but it just occurs to me sometimes. I'd like to be naked in this room.
You should do it during the open house.
Yeah, man. I mean, maybe they did use me just to tell the other guy we got another offer. But he told, you know what? The guy told us that they had another offer. Here's something interesting. I forgot this. The guy told us, and he told us it was, I think, below what we were doing. Or am I thinking of another apartment? I don't remember. Maybe I'm mixing up two. I'll talk about this for a couple more minutes. I'm sorry that I'm boring everybody with this. People out there who are who said Jennifer Lawrence is having a problem finding a place. Paul in the Yay! Hi, Paul. Hold on, let me get you. Paul in the Bronx. That's a good area. You gotta watch it though. You don't know what they're saying in Spanish talk. You can't tell if it's yes or no. Till the relatives are chasing you with brooms. What's up, Paul?
Yo, Pete. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy.
Don't feel bad. It's very hard to get an apartment in the city. J. Law unsuccessfully was trying to get an apartment, and it made the papers. So if J. Law can't get an apartment, J. Law is going to have a apartment.
Oh, shit. Why couldn't she get an apartment? She certainly got the, and make note, doing the international sign for moolah. I wonder if she was going to co-op boards and they wouldn't take her. You know what? I should go to a co-op board once, and I should
hear what they say
just
about
to
you.
see what happens. But I know I'll get my heart broken there, and then I'll go on a killing spree because I'll be so bummed. But no, I want to try it once and just see. I should actually have. But then when you sell your shit, they have a say. But you get more space in a co-op. I get, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Whatever. You know, I gotta realize this. My friend Dov Davidoff. Dov's a smart guy, and Dov knows a lot about real estate. And so he's a good guy to talk to because he makes you feel, but he's a weird fucking dude. Anyone who knows Dov, you know, he's just all over the place. It's like kind of like talking to a guy who's high on heroin, but he's smart. So he kind of made me feel better. I was in such a pit. It's not about the place. It's not about you know how it is, man. When you're like, you know, again, I date, but you know, I'm still single, and like I don't know where any of this shit's going, and I just hit a wall with it Friday. I just got into a tremendous depression, and it happens. It happens to all of us. It was just my turn. So, I didn't know you were still on the phone. All right, thank you very much, Paul. I didn't mean to dump all that in your lap, for Pete's sake. See you later. Yay. And by the way, remember those real estate guys came in, and one of them said, hey, man, there's an apartment open up I have in mind for you. So I texted him that day, and I never heard back.
Oh, no.
I never heard back.
Why don't you have Roland contact him?
For what? I texted him. Like, I'm not yelling at you when I'm saying that, but I'm like, why would I didn't mean to snap it. But I'm like, why would I, you know, if you won't talk to me, why would he talk to Roland?
Maybe he didn't recognize the number.
Hi, it's Jim Norton. I realize I know I'm not Louis or Kevin Hart, but I also just met the man. Let's see here. Kenny in Missouri bought a house, and you learn they aren't allowed to make two offers. What's up, Kenny? Yep, I did it again. Oh, it's so cute. One day we're going to look back on this and go, do you remember the day you were learning the equipment when everyone was gone and Sam wasn't there and you didn't know what you were doing? Yes, that was so much fun. I didn't know what I was doing, and I learned. But I got to say, just all kidding aside, to Trav, to E-Rock, to Abe, thanks a lot, guys, just for being here. Guys who make too non-emotional a moment. All right, let's see here. Bought a house. Oh, I like this power. It's godlike. Yes, you're talking to King James. Hello. And not the one. All right, go ahead.
Who flashed his dick?
Yeah, I almost said that, but then I'm like, this is what a radio hack I am. I'm like, let's get to this topic, and then we'll talk about the cock flash. You know what? We're not going to do that. As soon as you're done with this fucking banal call, we're talking about black dick on television. For the love of Pete. What's up?
I think you should be a little more honest. You're not going to get bigger places you might want to get. You're going to get bigger place for your trinkets and Ozzy pictures.
What's that?
You're getting a bigger place for your trinkets and Ozzy pictures.
That is a part of it, but I also want a little more room. But you're right. Part of it is wall space. But it's like I feel a little too crammed, and, you know, I just want to, you know, it's 10 years I've been there almost. But what do you mean it's illegal? I have a feeling that they can't lie about shit, but they probably do. What do you mean it's illegal?
Well, my realtor was actually really good. I still have her number. She helps with a lot of stuff even after I bought the house. She let me know because another realtor tried to screw me over. She tried to tell me there was an offer on the house and somebody else was looking at it. But when you put in a legal offer, you sign a piece of paper with your signature saying this is the monetary value I offer you. And once you do that, you're considered under contract. If they try to sell that person, if they try to sell that house then to another person, you can sue them for the value of the house.
Well, here's you're right, I think, but it didn't get that far. He didn't send out the deal memo. Or whatever it is that they say. He never sent that. My agent said he was supposed to, and the guy he thought was bullshitting him. So what Dove said is the guy is stalling. Like, they may not have another offer. He may just be kind of trying to keep me teetering because he knows, again, poker face. I'll take it. I love it.
Open up your coin purse.
Fucking asshole. How much? Let's see if I have it on me.
Show up
One more
boxes.
thing before
Where do I sign? Yeah, exactly. Fucking blithering, eager idiot. So maybe he knows, all right, look, we have this walking goose egg. We have him on the hook. So let's see if we can get a few more bucks out of somebody else. Yes, you wanted to wrap this up with something? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to make you jealous before I got on the phone real quick. The house I just bought is 2,700 square foot. I only paid $95,000 for it.
Wow, what part of Detroit is it in?
Middle of the country in Missouri.
All right. Well, good luck to you, buddy.
Later.
Wow, that's a lot of square feet. I mean, but again, it's Missouri. You know, it changes. You know, these places, the value changes. Let's talk about LeBron's dick now that we were on that for a minute.
Oh, yes.
I saw the photo. It looks like he's got quite a sizable hog. I don't know what happened. He was just kind of doing that thing players do in their short. There's really not much to talk about. He flashed his black dick on television. Good for him. If I had his dick, that's exactly what I would do. I'd show it to everyone. Look at my dick. You think he did it on purpose?
No, his shorts were riding up and didn't realize the camera was just like angling right down his pants.
I didn't see the footage. I just saw the screen cap and I just couldn't get to the footage. I was too busy scrapping. Oh, okay. Yeah, he just lifted up his shirt. Oh, he was just tucking in his
Yeah, he pulled his uniform shorts down and he was just adjusting his underwear, and when he pulled the elastic out, they had the camera right down there.
Okay, so it was a total accident. Yeah. All right. I don't even know what I don't know or care what the basketball score is.
Can he sue for damages or something?
No, he's a public figure in a public place. Sue for damage. What damage? He has a giant dick. How does that hurt?
Yeah, the game he's playing is being televised.
Exactly. You didn't know you were on television? Well, yeah, I did. Did you open your shorts with your dick there? Yes, I did. Well, what would you like us to do about it, sir? You're a big man. We didn't mean to aim at your cock. No, he has no suit. If that was in the locker room, he might have a suit. Right. Or if that was in his car, or now Jim is rifling to name other privacy places. But no, he has no lawsuit. Boy, is that fucking fat, ugly broad in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. No segue. We don't do segues on this show.
Next topic.
We just move. That's the way it is in real life. When you're with your friends, do you segue? You know, Eric, it's funny. This morning you were talking about muffins, and it reminded me of a very funny story I read in the paper. No.
You just pound your fist on the console and just yell, next topic.
I can't because I still have tendonitis in my left elbow, but I'll do it left. I'll take it. Oh, wait, wrong story. Next topic. Boy, who does she look like? Who does this fucking ugly... Because her hair has the bounce of an anvil. She has no luster. That's why I hate her so much, because she has no luster in her hair. Not an ounce of... She has lusterless, dead hair. That shitty perm. I don't like her fat girl perm, and I don't like her hair. She looks like an aging rocker. Like a 60-year-old male rocker. I don't know which one, though. And as soon as someone says it, I will know who she looks like. She's on the cover of the Post.
She looks a little like Duff McKagan.
Nah, yeah, Duff, but a fatter Duff with her glasses. But I don't know who she's reminding me of, but it's somebody. And it's driving me ballistic as to who this chick reminds me of. What an abomination. I can't say the poor husband. The guy might be a shithead. But can you imagine you're married to somebody, you work in jail together. All right, there's an escape. You're probably talking to, this bloated, monster of a wife of yours. You're probably talking to her about it. She's like, I don't know what happened, why they did that, but I'm having heart palpitations. I'm going to go to the doctor. And then all of a sudden you realize that she might be in on it. And then you hear the guy's a giant cock. So you're like, oh, no. She cheated on the ex with me, and that's why we're together. And I know she kind of goes for size. And then I have to hear that this guy, who all the other convicts would make fun of his giant dick, and he would always scowl at me in the office. Oh, no. Was she fucking this guy? Oh, no. Oh, nerds. Oh, nerds. And then you just jerk off thinking about your wife fucking the guy with the giant dick. That's all I'd be doing. So what happened? Did you give him an iron today? Yeah, he needed the drill and the iron. Did you see it? No, I didn't. I don't look. Fucking fat liar. he doesn't say that. But in his mind, he's thinking that fat liar.
You think that was the deal? Like, she would give, another tool, and he would just, like, take his pants down?
Yeah, like LeBron did.
Yeah.
It was a quote-unquote accident. I mean, that's how she got to look at the thing that she probably saw from the top down, the shaft down. And she saw that this giant dick was around, and he's going to escape, and she was going to help him just to hopefully get stuck with that big dick. Then you're the husband, you find out that that fatty 80s rocker guy hairdo wife of yours is in on it. You're like, oh, God, how embarrassing. But then you can still jerk off to her. She's like, yeah, I bet she was going to fuck the guy in the car. Then you find out they're going to kill you, and then you really come. Like, oh, boy. This doesn't get any hotter. They're going to kill the husband. How shitty a plot is that? Like, they're going to escape. She's going to wait over the manhole or wherever the hell she was going to be. And then they were going to go kill the husband and go to a cabin.
You're like 7 hours away.
7 hours away, a cabin.
Where they would absolutely kill her.
Of course. No, they wouldn't kill her right away. They'd fuck her for a while.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, she would not live to
No, she wouldn't live. They would probably fuck her for a while and then kill her.
And then fuck her.
And then fuck her again and then fuck each other. I get you both the ring, give you both the beat, and you both go fuck each other. I'll get blood all over my 80s rocker guy hairdo. You're used to that. Drink up, Jake. It's good. It's doing Raging Bull impressions to no one. So then apparently they're going to kill the husband. I don't know why. Did she want the husband killed, or do they want to steal his truck? Because they said that
it was a plan.
It was no. It was a plan, but to get to the cabin in the woods, the Unabomber plan they had, which would have they would have gotten caught doing that shit plan with this fat panic attack having idiot.
She doesn't keep a secret.
No, she doesn't keep a secret. Oh, I got to go to the doctor, and she's got to tell everybody. Oh, it's all my fault. I gave him this. Boy, I worry about you, Henry. You might fold under questioning. And she did, quickly.
Yeah, she's apparently holding nothing back.
No, what a blabbermouth. You are a blabbermouth. She fucking blabbed the whole plot. So I don't know why they were going to kill the husband, was it because they were going to kill him because she hated him and she wanted to fuck giant cock boss killer? Or was it a practical thing of like, I'll do anything to get that dick stuck in me on the regular, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to need your husband's truck. Well, I don't know. He's in a prison guard. He's not going to be very happy about that. We'll kill him. Okay. Sounds good.
I read that it was her idea.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What a cunt.
Yeah, they're going to have marital problems.
You certainly are. I mean, I want to know how fast she's in the house before it's like, what the fuck? I don't know. We've been arguing a lot.
You fat liar.
You fat liar. You said things were okay, you fat liar. You big fat liar. That's probably what his nickname is at home. Well, looks like Big Fat Liar's told another big fat lie, hasn't she? So, they were going to kill the fucking husband, and then she just got cold, fat feet. She got cold, fat feet.
Yeah, she apparently felt bad that...
She still loved Lyle.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What the fuck, man? She's like my mother. She was going to kill me. Just to run away with Lamar. Fuck. How embarrassing for the husband to know that your wife was going to kill you and be a fucking skewer for two other murderers.
You think people around town talk behind his back?
Oh, my God, but his big dumb mustache.
He looks like a baseball manager.
Yes, he does. A lot.
Tight pants.
Yeah. Who does he look like? It could be anybody from the 80s.
Looks like Davy Johnson.
Davy Johnson. That's exactly who he looks like. Oh, I don't know what happened. Ever since he pinch hit for Hojo, she's been fucking that convict and saying she's going to kill him. Oh, I don't know. She was going to murder him on the way to the dugout because Mr. Met was sticking his big dick in her. They were going to steal the bullpen car and go upstate. They're going to take that bullpen car, and she was going to get fucked by two men that really know how to do some fucking... That's probably what it was. Davy Johnson, Mopey Stash, is probably a lousy piece of ass, doesn't eat her pussy, doesn't eat her ass, but two convicts who are like, we have this fat manatee on the hook. Almost like Norton buying real estate. She'll do whatever we want.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Oh, yeah. Sign me right up. Not really. They were going to fuck her, get a few loads out, and then absolutely kill her and then eat her. They probably plotted like we can store her through the winter. We'll have this pig until June. It's June. Good improv. Of all the months, the non-improving faggot that I am, of all the months I could have picked, I picked June, which we're in.
Over.
Do you understand? I had a 1 in 12 shot of ruining that, and now my mic is falling again.
It's disappointed in you.
As it should be. My mic is impotent, as I am in life. That's symbolic of who Jim Norton is. So how's the career going, slugger? God damn oh, I hate it. What's happening is I have it positioned up, and it just keeps falling down. June. I improv June. Of all the months I could have picked, I could have said August, and it wouldn't have been good because I said winter. This is what happens when you fly by the seat of your pants. Let's see what time it is. Oh, my God, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'll be eating soon. First hour down, 2 more to go.
She's supposed to go to court today.
Oh, yeah, they haven't had that, Mara. And by the way, the guy on the line who wants to know about the NAACP woman in Spokane, I would love to chat about her shortly. And, South Carolina, Kevin, you have a great point here, Kev. Hold on, Kevy. What do you want to say?
Hello, Jimmy.
Hi.
Hey, I know who you're thinking of. Tillie reminds me of Terry Clifford.
You know what? That's who she looks like. She looks like Terry Clifford if we no longer made fun of her because she had the cancer.
Oh, we're not making fun. Oh, she does? Oh,
no, sorry, you just totally missed it. I said if we were no longer making fun of her because she doesn't have cancer. I'm saying if we were because she had cancer. I'm saying this lady's a lot thinner than Terry Clifford.
Well, that's who I thought of right away.
Yeah, she does.
Making fun of her.
Yeah, she looks like a thin. You can make fun of Terry Clifford. She doesn't have cancer. How am I talking about this?
Just hang up.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, sir. My fault. No, I take responsibility for that one. Oh, for the love of Eve. What was I thinking?
You're eager to please.
I am eager to please, but not really. We've only gotten a couple calls, and they felt pertinent. I want this mic fixed, and I want my cough button fixed. Pronto! E-Rock is sitting in the Opster's seat because I don't know how to work the board. But once I do, there's going to be some fucking firings around this place. Some heads are going to roll. Oh, I don't know. You know, we can just kind of go up to the mountains and live together. Yeah, all right. Guy tortured his boss.
Yeah, the other one, dismembered another guy.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Those are the guys you want to go to the woods with, fatso. Smart plan.
You think she had big plans and they were just yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, they were yesing her to death. I could sit there and entertain you because I've been doing this whole one woman show thing.
Little soft shoe.
Yeah, I'll do a little soft shoe and I'll do some jokes I've been working on. I can sing. We can play Scrabble, Candyland, and Parcheesi. Who said you like Parcheesi? Oh, I do. I love it. I don't know why I'm talking in this accent, but I guess for the bit I might as well.
There's no way they would make the 7-hour trip.
No, she would wind up like that woman in Fargo. She'd be yapping like that dummy while the soaps are on, and then a frying pan to the back of the head. The guy who dismembered, he would just get the hunkering to dismember again. Like every time he saw her fat ankles, he'd be like, I want to put a saw through those so bad. Those are so cut offable, those fat cankles. And then the other guy, they'd be like, come on, do it easy, I'm fucking her. Easy.
They'd dump her on the side of the highway like a deer.
Yeah, just hope that no one noticed it was a person. People would think some rhino escaped from the hospital and had a fucking bad blonde 80s rocker wig. Why is there a rhino with a toupee? I don't know. Let's just fucking eat it. So that's the plot. I mean, how bad for the husband is that when your wife was going to kill you? I'm so dirty, though. I could probably sexualize that and forgive her. I probably could. I'm a weird dude.
If you were him?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's all right.
Yeah.
You fat liar.
Yeah, you big fat liar. Big fat fucking liar. Bet that would get a fuck thrown in. You big fat fucking liar. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Good one. Holy shit. I love looking at the phones. Jeffy. Do you mind being called Jeffy, please?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Hey.
Hey, who you're thinking of is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
She looks like Dusty Rhodes. Thank you, man. Take care.
Bye.
God damn it. That's who this beast looks like.
I was thinking the blonde from Spinal Tap.
I don't know Spinal Tap. I didn't see it.
Oh.
Or she looks like Jeff Bridges from Dumb and Dumber. Or no, Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber. That's who she looks like. That's who she looks like. God damn it. Oh, yeah, Dusty Rhodes died, man. He was my favorite wrestler for such a long time when I was a kid. I love the American Dream. I joke about Bob Backlund, but I really did love Dusty Rhodes. I didn't know he was Goldust's father. Yep. The one time, I've never said Sam would be helpful for this, but you know what? I got E-Rock. So fuck Sam in the mouth, ears, and asshole.
Goldust's dad, Cody Rhodes' dad, who's now Stardust.
I don't know Cody Rhodes. God damn it, she looks like a thinner Dusty Rhodes. She has the same perm hair, the same lack of luster in her do.
Just needs the headband.
Needs the headband. Do we have any audio of Dusty Rhodes?
You can pull some up.
Just a little bit of Dusty. I forgot. I haven't listened to him in so many years, but I used to love the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. He was my favorite for a long time. And he always had that weird, good Paul Anka. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Who was listening to that before the show? Why was that up when the YouTube page gets pulled up?
Probably Mars.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Testing the audio.
Okay, that's what he tests it with?
Yeah, I don't know.
What a creepy, weird guy Mars is. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty, your fans welcome you back, man. First of all, I would like to thank the many, many fans throughout this country that wrote cards and letters to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, while I was down. Secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for waiting and taking the time, because I know how important it was. Starcade 85, it is to the wrestling fans, it is to Jim Crockett Promotions. And
you stop it. I just wanted to hear his voice for a second.
Look at his forehead.
Yeah, it's all cut
From
up,
all
right?
The cuts, yeah.
Yeah. How is that recent?
No, that's in the 80s.
Is that the 80s?
That's
I was going to say he looked pretty good.
Mid-80s.
Oh, okay. Wow. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. He sounded like gay with a lisp. I mean, he wasn't, obviously, but he had a weird...
He sounded like a Jackie Gleason character.
Yes, he sounds like a character. He doesn't sound like a real dude. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is something kind of just fun to listen to. He's always fun to listen to.
It's like a wrestling Roland.
He was like a wrestling Roland, exactly. Without the word foodie. I hate the word foodie, I've decided. Not because of Roland, who I like. But I hate the word foodie.
Just a guy who likes to eat food.
We're all fucking foodies. And then we're shitties, and then we're doing all over againies.
And make cumsies.
And then we make cumsies. I'm a foodie. Ooh, what an advanced palate you have. Fucking food. We all do. You put it between your teethy and you swallow it. Fucking assholey. A foodie is a gourmet or a person who has an ardent or refined interest in food. That's every mammal. A gourmet. Half the gourmet shit stinks anyway. Some of it's wonderful. But like that, that French food with little tiny portions. Mm-hmm. Eat shit. I hate that stuff.
It's always drowning in butter.
Always drowning in butter. Not me. I've been eating on a health kick for a while. No butter, no nothing. I'm a little tired of it.
All that walking.
Walking was weird, man. That was a weird weekend I had. And I don't expect any empathy or sympathy from people. I know people are like, fuck you, you got a good leg. You're right. I'm not, I say that up front, though. I understand it's my own. It's always important when it's your shit. It's like when celebrities get disease obsessed because they got, I got rickets. And now they're doing a benefit for rickets, and we're talking about fucking rickets because someone has rickets. That's why. Who's Chunk from the Goonies? I'm sorry I blew your joke. I'll let you say it. I blew the joke. I don't know who Chunk from the Goonies is. She looks like Devin Rattray. What's up?
Well, yeah, he does, or she does look like.
God, she does. I'm looking at him now, yeah.
But she also looks like about 4 ants in my family. And
how about ants in your pants? Fuck yeah. How about ants in the cumia? Ants in the compound?
Well, if she was any of my aunts, the color that's in her hair is from cigarette tar, and she'd have a brandy old fashioned in her hand that you can't see.
Oh, that felt good. My first hang-up.
He's still talking.
I know he is. Thank you for the call. So happy I just did that. Felt wonderful.
A+.
Fucking ant with her old fashioned. God, I wish there was another big Game of Thrones fan here right now. You caught up?
For the most part, yeah. I watched the finale last night.
Fuck.
I know.
God damn, is that a good show?
They're running out of main characters.
Well, no, out of the main characters, there's 5, and it's on the front page of the Post. And they killed a main character off, who I didn't care about, because,
They killed 2 main characters.
Wait a minute. No. They killed one yesterday.
The king. Who was leading the... I forgot his last name. The one who was leading the attack.
Oh, Stannis Baratheon. Yes, yeah. Okay, I was only thinking... Well, yeah, you're right. They did.
And then the big one, yeah.
I like how Jim tries to dance around who died, and Eric's just like, the king.
No, but you know what? It's on the front page of the Post.
Why would you do that?
The Post, I guess they figured, fuck it. They're just dicks.
Isn't it on at like 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody's watched it.
Watch
yeah, no, I know. I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't on the front page of the Post. I'm not going to tell you who else died. But just say, you know nothing if you don't know who died. I don't want to blow it for people, but so turn this off for the next hour and 40 because that's how long I'll be talking about. But there's a scene in there. My favorite character on that show, and I will be brief with this because I know it's nerd talk, is Queen Cersei. I don't give a fuck about the Dragon Girl. She's great.
Right.
But she was my favorite at once, but now I'm just done with her. And that Queen, because I think Lena Headey is
Cersei, yeah.
Cersei Lannister is the best actor on the show. Her and Dinklage is very good, but man, is she fucking great. She is brutal. She's fierce. She's really fucking sexy. I want to make love to her. Now, here she's married with children, so it's not going to happen. But Cersei Lannister is the shit. If she dies, I'm out.
Was it because of the scene yesterday, or did you always think that?
As time has gone on, and I realize what a cunt on wheels she is. Wow, is she a cunt? She's actually the only woman I know who's shittier to husbands than this fucking fat lady. She's a thin, pretty liar. She's like, that's what this lady is. She's a fat Queen Cersei. Being deceptive and doing all this shit, or Cersei, however you say her name. She's so good, though. I love that one scene when she's talking to Baelish. Is that Lord Baelish? No, Baelish is the fat one, the bald one. He looks like Bob Kelly.
Yeah.
There's that one. Who's the one that's played by the guy who played Mayor Carcetti on the Wire? You know the guy he owned the whorehouse. Lord Baelish. Yes, he's Lord Baelish.
Yeah.
And there's that great scene with her and him. Because if you don't know the story, she fucked her brother. It's in the opening episode, the first episode. She's the queen. She was married to a king, and in the opening episode of the series, she's fucking her brother, Jaime Lannister, who we interviewed, the guy who I had when DeRosa was in that day. Or he wrote "Fuck Joe DeRosa" on as an autograph, but that's before the whole DeRosa Anthony thing. That was in Good Natured. That's the guy. This was, I think, Joe was supposed to come that day, and he didn't. It was a goof. So that's the Nikolai Waldo, however you say his name. And he's fucking his sister in the first episode, and their child is the future king, but she's married to the right whatever. It's
all three of their kids.
Yeah, but I mean, and they didn't look like the king she was married to, so everyone kind of knew. Like, well, really great show. A lot of incest, a lot of murder. So the queen yesterday, she's been arrested for something. It's a whole thing, but she had to do a walk of shame. They chopped her hair off. And she had to walk nude through her subjects while they spit on her and threw shit at her. And this cunty nun walked behind her yelling, "Shame!"
And ringing the bell.
Ringing the bell. Shame! And boy, does fucking Queen Cersei want to kill this bitch so bad. No one's ever wanted to kill someone as badly as Cersei wants to kill this fucking lady. Anyway, she has a great tits, and they were her tits.
No, they're not.
Oh, is that?
It's not.
Okay.
It's a body double, and in fact, it's the first time that you actually see some flaws in Game of Thrones as far as the CGI goes, at least that I've noticed. But there's scenes there, you can see her head is superimposed.
I wondered that for a second.
And then if you look her up on Mr. Skin, you can see the tits and the body are totally different.
And when they did that, I was like, that was so hot. I knew from the back it probably wasn't her ass. But from the front, why did they do that and not just do her body? Maybe she has for kids or something? Or...
I don't know. But yeah, that was not her body. You can see it in certain parts. You can see the face not perfectly centered on the body.
Oh, I didn't notice that even. I was literally too busy cranking out load after load.
As they're spitting on her and guys are running up, waving their cocks at her.
Yelling cunt. And in the week before, they fucking burned a little girl at the stake.
Yeah.
It's a heavy show, man. It's great. But that's why anyone ever offended at comedy, go fuck yourself. Not one complaint about and there shouldn't be. It's a fucking great, it's the best show on TV. But, anyone complains about jokes and comedy, complain about Game of Thrones first, and then just shut up.
There was so much, at least on social media, so much outlets where people were just so pissed off with the way that this series, this season ended, because they keep killing off all the characters that people love, whether you love them or hate them, right? But it's the only show that I know that purposely does that. They don't, like, oh, everybody loves this character, it's got to stay through the whole run. It's like, nope. Kill them off before the end of the season.
Well, they're beyond where the books are now, too, they said. So now I'm sure that guy is consulting. But now HBO is looking at it like, okay, what do we do? This is now it's got to be an HBO show. Oh, that's right. We fucking kill everyone. Boy, do they fucking take care of contract negotiations. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to get a little bump up. Oh, it's all right. You die. All right. Well, I guess that's the end of that discussion.
Stab you in the eyes.
All right, guys. It's just me today. It's 8:06. We have no guests. I have guests. They're called Trav Dog E-Rock Age. I don't know how to abbreviate his name. So it's just me today. So I'm going to eat my eggs. We'll talk when we get back, I guess, about what are we going to talk about. There's a couple other stories I wanted to touch on.
The NAACP lady?
Oh, yeah, that fucking charmer.
And the horse fucking guy.
Oh, my God, yes.
It's going to get hot.
You bet it's going to get sexy. White girl who likes black guys and pretends to be black, and then horse fucker. And then there was another one. Ooh, the sexy is coming.
Sirius 206, XM 103. The show is back.
Stop it, I'll just wind up listening to that whole song. Yeah. I fucking love it. All right, you can turn it down. That's how I do big radio things. All right, turn it down. So Shaq is not a 9/11 truther. It's, how in culture somebody says something and everybody jumps on them. And I always hate when everybody jumps on someone. When someone, I read or I heard that he was a truther, or that he had posted that, I was like, what a dick. And I was going to say something on Twitter, but I didn't. You know why? Because he wasn't talking to me. I don't follow him on Twitter, so I don't give a fuck what he says on his website or any of that shit. So I practice what I preach. I resisted the urge to say you're a dopey fuck. However, he's denying saying that. He's saying, here's the statement from Shaq, and I still say Shaq attack because it's really relevant. This post was insulting, and what did the post say? Let's get to that first. Something about white people. What did it say, Travis?
It was basically just an article about, look more into 9/11. It's not what you think.
Yeah, of course it is, but...
So it was posted simultaneously on his Facebook page and his website.
Okay. Do we have the post?
You should.
All right, I'm looking in, but I don't see it.
Well, Adrian should have it.
All right, we might want to have that one ready.
Well...
Hold on, guys. I apologize. Things are falling apart behind the scenes here. By myself, all I need is there's a plane into the building. Oh, my God. A close-up video. You'll never believe it. Fucking idiots people are. They really are dumb. Whatever, I can't read that. Let's just go to the statement, since we're not going to get the original fucking post. It says, this post was insulting as offensive. The post that allegedly happened that we don't have. And I apologize to everyone who came across it. Once I learned that it was on my Facebook page and blog, I ordered it removed and fired the firm that posted it. I am not and never have been a 9/11 truther. My father served our country, and I am immensely proud of the sacrifices people make daily to keep us safe. The events of 9/11 were a horrible tragedy for our nation, and it's a disgrace that anyone would think otherwise. All that other shit's unnecessary. Can you go back to that page again? This is what you should have said. That whole thing was great up until I am not now and have never been a 9/11 truther. The father thing is great, but you don't need it. We know it was a tragedy. We all watched it on television. You don't need to get into that stuff. It's almost like you're overstating it, just so we know you didn't do it.
He has to back up his claims.
You don't have to back up your claims.
Not only do I not believe it.
Yeah, all you got to say is, I'm not a truther and I never have been. I hate the word truther, too. It's another annoying word, like, I'm a truther.
Is it up there with foodie?
I was just thinking that's another douchebag term. If you say I believe in a 9/11 conspiracy, okay, that's one thing. But I'm a truther. See, people just love to give themselves titles, and then they'll go, we didn't give ourselves that title, other people gave them to us.
They just want to belong.
Exactly. I don't belong to any clubs. I don't belong to a club. Fucking dopes. I wish there was a government conspiracy. I really do. It'd be so much cooler to talk about, so much easier to feel safe knowing that the government, they didn't do it, guys. Jesus fucking Christ, how do people so dumb?
So you would feel more safe if your own government had done that?
In a weird way, I would, yeah.
It's interesting.
Because it would mean to me that we didn't get caught with our pants down and we weren't that vulnerable. The idea that it can happen from outside and that they really can't protect us from that is scarier to me. Because even if they are, we all know the government is shitty. I don't think the government's not shitty or deceptive or scummy. So the fact that they would have enough power to do that would still make me feel comforted, like they can protect me from other stuff.
So you're more scared of outside forces than inside forces that can kill you?
I guess so, yeah. Okay. But it still doesn't matter.
No, because it's ridiculous to begin with.
Oh, here's the original, the post text. September 11, 2001 was one of the worst days in American history. Thousands of lives were lost both in the attacks and after during the war. There's been talk about how people think that the terrorist attacks that happened that day were an inside job. We hear one thing from the media and government agencies, but are we getting the truth? And there's a whole bunch of stuff. Why would any asshole post that? Like, what are you thinking is going to happen to you as a company to put that on Shaq's?
Maybe he didn't pay his bill.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe they were like, fuck it, it's worth getting fired for. The one guy, it's like, I hate this job anyway.
Yeah, let's make everyone think Shaq's a truther.
So what do you think about Pamela Geller? She's really stirring shit up.
Yeah, I don't think ISIS is happy with her.
They're really not. But where's all the liberals defending her? Like, if she was attacking the Catholic Church, if she was up there talking about the Pope is garbage or they're all pedophiles and her life was being threatened, people would be out there screaming for how she has to be protected.
Yeah, freedom of speech, right?
Freedom of speech. And they'd be right.
Yeah.
But she's attacking Muhammad and talking about the cartoon. Where are they? Where's all the college campuses fucking fighting for her? Or not that, or standing up for her or talking about her. Where are you guys?
They don't want to get killed.
You wouldn't get killed for defending her. You'd get killed for posting that cartoon. I mean, look, it is scary. I want to get on a fucking bus that has Muhammad's cartoon on it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be allowed to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that if anybody publicly defended her, ISIS and all these other groups would make them accessories. That's why
I don't know if they do that.
But that's why they have no problem killing like innocent Americans, because to them, we're not innocent. We're complacent in, what the government's doing.
I don't know, but I know on Twitter they posted her stuff.
Yeah, they got a hashtag going. And
her address and the message, go forth.
Yeah.
I thought it was a football thing. It was posted on Twitter. Woof. That was bad even for Chip. We're posted on a Twitter account linked to British-born Islamic Abu Hussein al-Britani. The fucking British really need to do a better job of working on wrangling in Islamic extremists. They have not done a good job. So they put her address on and said, go forth. So they want her killed. Of course they do. Of course they do. But I think she kind of knew this was going to happen. She kind of expects
it.
Huh?
She invites it, And
they'll get her eventually.
Yeah, probably.
She will be killed. Some suicide bomber. The only problem I have with it, and it's not that she shouldn't be allowed to do it, it's that a lot of people around her are going to get killed, innocent people. So, those bus ads and stuff like that, or wherever these signs are going up, I wouldn't ride a bus with Muhammad on it. I just wouldn't, because I know some suicide bombers are eventually going to get on one. But I believe in the right of people to do it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, but the problem is no one says what scares them. Like, when you talk about putting shit like this on a bus, the MTA will come out and give some phony statement like, well, we believe in that, religious shouldn't be attacked. They won't just come out and go, if they do that, they're going to blow our shit up. We're scared of Islamic. I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like that, you know what? We're not going to do this because radical Muslims will kill you for it. If they would just say that, I'd be all right with it. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm scared of it too. I wouldn't put out a CD with Muhammad's picture on it. I believe in free speech and you should be allowed to do it, but I'm not stupid. I believe in your right to do it, but I don't want to get fucking killed. So I'll say that. I don't want to get killed.
But she is fighting for her right to do it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm saying that people who don't want it on their buses, they give a dishonest reason. Like, they don't just say we're scared of Islamic radical. Like, they don't say that.
Yeah, they don't say, what, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, because they don't want to be insensitive.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't do it because I don't want to get killed. It scares me because usually Catholic radicals don't blow you up. Jewish radicals don't blow you up. There's not been one bombing in the fucking Book of Mormon. Not one. But if that was about Islam, they would kill you. So it's scary. So whatever. Just say you're scared of it. I wonder if she has a boyfriend. I'd still eat her pussy. I would like to eat Pamela Geller's pussy.
I'm glad you would risk death.
I really would. Yeah. I'd get down there and let her know she's doing a good job. But I wonder what her story is. Like, what's motivating her to do this? It's more than just freedom of speech. Does she, like, want to be killed? Is she, like, a martyr? Or does she hate Islam? Or, you know, I don't know, because she's just gunning. Is she hardcore Jewish and she, like, you know, if there's a whole political cause for her that means something? I don't know. But whatever. People do things I just don't quite understand. Like they pretend to be one race when they're really another race. Holy shit. Greatest story of the last 20 years. This is where I don't think I've ever wanted Anthony sitting next to me as badly as I do right now, because I know he must hate this woman so badly. Yeah, I hate her!
He was tweeting about
it. Was he?
Yeah.
Of course he was. Of course he was. I haven't kept up with Twitter. I were they silly, lighthearted tweets?
Let's see if I can find a couple.
Yeah. I imagine they were not. This white girl, who I guess has adoptive parents, 2 white adoptive parents.
Was she adopted?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think she was adopted.
Oh,
no.
She's not adopted?
No, the other kids are adopted.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't realize that. So her birth parents adopted 4 black kids.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she became black. There's something else going on there. Okay.
She identifies with being an African American.
She identifies with being black.
She's transracial.
She's transracial.
Yeah. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
That's good. It's good you can just say you are something.
You get the thing now. Yeah.
She's going to speak about the furor over racial identity. I guess her parents got tired of her bunk.
Yeah, she's been estranged from them for a long time.
She is what an idiot.
Yeah, she's got issues.
But she says, okay, sorry.
So yeah, they basically outed her.
She says, you probably know by now, there are questions and assumptions swirling in national and global news about my family, my race, my credibility, and the NAACP. No. There's no questions and assumptions. You're white pretending to be black, bitch. That's a statement of fact.
Yeah, guess what? On Thursday, she was interviewed by some news station up in Washington, and they asked her, "Are you African American?" And she said something like, "I don't understand the question," or "That's difficult to answer." Yeah, and that's how this all blew up.
Here's what this dummy is doing. She's really an annoying. There's something mentally wrong with her, because she's saying something like, "Well, technically, we're all from Africa." You know, that's what she's saying. Like, you know, I think she said, like, well, everyone's from Africa. Yeah, we're all from the African continent. Really? Like, I guess technically that's correct. But I think you know when someone says, are you African American? You know what they mean. Don't pretend you don't. And she has her hair in that annoying, fucking awful.
Yeah, she puts makeup on and
spaghetti curl thing that like certain half black, half white girls do when they don't know what to do with their hair. That's an awful hairdo. It looks like one of those plants that hangs from the ceiling and it just kind of falls over like a biblical plant. Her fucking hairdo stinks.
You have to move the leaves to water it.
Yeah.
Do you remember A Different World? It was on after Cosby.
I remember, but I never saw it.
One of the main girls had that hair.
So do we have audio of this woman?
Yes.
Okay, can we hear her? I've not heard her audio.
Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African American man.
That's a very... I mean, I don't know what you're implying.
Can you pause that?
American?
How great is it to see people caught? It fucking is awesome. It's when, like, she's just, I mean, look, again, that's not handling it well. How great is it
You big white liar.
You big fucking white liar. You told a little white lie. Yeah, you sure did. Oh, my God. Oh, how embarrassing.
There's nothing worse than being caught in a lie. So you know how she feels, but like this is on a scale that you can't even imagine.
This is a really big one. She got caught in a big fucking lie. Oh, this is a doozy.
This is like my life is over lie.
This is... let's talk to, real quick, John and Charlotte, who wants to compare this to something else. We will get back to her audio. Hey, John.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, sir. Just teach me. I'm new to the show, and I'm listening to you guys a lot. But, you know, what I want to know is what is the difference between this young girl growing up feeling I'm black, so she looks black, she does her hair black, she looks like she even skins her just up to her skin to make her look darker, to what Bruce Jenner felt like growing up to now coming out as a woman, as in Caitlyn Jenner, and going through all the surgeries and growing her hair out and doing all the surgeries to be a woman. What do you? Is there a difference to you?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. I can't give you a medical answer on that, obviously. Like, I know people look to me and they go, Jim, you've obviously got a degree. I don't, sir. But I do think that there's medically... I told you, I asked my therapist one time about it. I'm like, is it just a mental thing where they feel like they're in the wrong body, or are there physical things too? And she said there's physical things as well. It's not just mental, or they wouldn't be classifying it. But I don't have the answer for you. But I think there's a lot of physical stuff that goes into it, like whether it's levels of this estrogen or I don't know exactly what it is that makes it medically different, sir. So I can't answer the question. I don't know.
Well, my other question is, do you think that she has the right, or does anybody have the right to say, you know what, I grew up this one way, but inside I don't feel this way, so I want to be associated differently? What do you feel about that?
No, I don't. The only thing I think that should really be allowed to happen is if being transgendered is a medically real thing. Like, it's not just somebody feeling wrong or a mental illness, but medically, if they say no, it's almost like when you look at a hermaphrodite or whatever, there are people born with both sets of genitals. That's different. Like, that, it's not just one person feeling like, I got a cock and I want a cunt. You know, that's like medically, like they got both under there. So in that, like, there's a physical thing there that's not just I feel one way and I don't know what to. There's a physical thing. So I don't know what should classify it, but this woman has two white parents, therefore she's white. I think race is much more cut and dry. Like, you can classify yourself as anything. If you have a white mom and a white dad, you're white. Pretty simple.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't just say that you're something because of how, you were brought up.
No, you can't. She's a wannabe.
I think that there's more biological evidence that transgender people have something biologically going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Were any of her grandparents black?
Not to my knowledge. But she's so busted with her. That's my dad. She's so busted. Can we rewind a little bit, because I'm going to let me hang up on it. Thank you for the call, mister. And let's go back. Let's talk to her again. This lovely lady with that shit hairdo.
Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African-American man.
That's a very... I don't know what you're implying.
Are you African-American?
I don't understand the question.
Yes, how can you not?
She's choosing her words.
How can you? The look on her face, I wish you could all see this. You've never seen anyone so busted. It's great. I don't know what you're implying. Of course you do. Of course you do. I'm the head of the NAACP, and I'm white, and I'm pretending to be black. Show me a picture of my white father. Is this your father? I don't know what you're implying. Yes, you do. That you're white. What could you be implying? Well, your bio says you're taller. You sound a little tall on radio. I am Sheriff Brand. We know what you're implying. I guess when you're caught, you just...
She has that dead stare when you realize everything's collapsing right now.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, my God.
Everything, and it's being filmed. This guy didn't get her in a Walmart by the Tostitos. Hey, come here. Yeah, hey, I want to talk to you. She's on film, and she knows what he's implying. Of course you do.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, okay, one more.
I don't understand the question of, I
Stall
did tell
technique.
you that, yes, that's my dad. And he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents, are they white?
And she walked away, and the crack cameraman stays on him. She just walks away.
I think the reporter was also taping at the same time.
Oh, it was just
as he's
there.
walking over, he's now pushing the camera.
Do we have audio of her talking in her black slang? Come on, there's got to be.
We have audio of her saying she isn't.
Wait, there you go.
Go ahead, Aid.
We have audio of her saying she doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks, and that yes, she does consider herself black.
No, okay, I want to hear that too. But I want to hear I want to hear her talking before.
What would you say to those who are questioning your ethnicity?
Those who are questioning, or those who are just reading the article? I mean, so the article, I feel like the article is what's questioning, and really it's Larry and Ruth Ann who are questioning. And so what I say to them is, I don't give two what you guys think, like,
well said.
So far done and out of my life.
The president of the NAACP, who we think is a black woman who says she's the victim of hate crimes, might not be black. That seems like a misrepresentation.
I can understand that. I mean, like I said, it's more important for me to clarify that with the black community and with my executive board than it really is to explain it to a community that I quite frankly don't think, really understands the definitions of race and ethnicity.
Do you think anyone within the Spokane NAACP is unclear about your identity?
I'm not sure.
Would you identify yourself as an African American?
I actually don't like the term African American. I prefer black. And I would say that if I was asked, I would definitely say that yes, I do consider myself to be black.
Applause! I'm uncomfortable. She's me when I was 17. Yo, what's up? I wear my fat Adidas laces, and I'm just trying to show everyone who's boss.
Tangle hat.
What kind of fucking... And look, everyone... There's a lot of black people that have racial confusion, too. You know what I mean? Where they identify with white people, and they try to be white, and white people... We just aren't used to seeing this. Black people are looking at us right now going, yeah, we deal with this all the time. We deal with these racially ambiguous idiots all the time. Now you see how awful it is and uncomfortable?
You think she was in the Lords?
Yes, she really was. She didn't understand her own sexuality or race. Well, I like girls, and yet I'll put these in my mouth. Uh-oh.
Do you see the photo on her desk?
No, you were pointing at it. I couldn't see it, my sweet. What is it, E-Rock? Please.
I think that's her in the photo there, and look how white she is. When they zoom back in again on her, that photo in the middle is her kissing somebody, or somebody's kissing her.
Oh, my God.
Look how white she is compared to what how she looks now.
Yeah, does she tan or use makeup?
She's got to use bronzers or something.
She uses makeup. Her parents say that she's like a genius with makeup, and she can make herself whatever she wants.
What a psychopath.
Yeah.
I want to hear from some black people.
She's pale white and blonde in the photo on her desk, but then she's got the curly afro-like hair and very, very tan.
How embarrassing. And believe me, this is all... She's pretending to be black. Well, we're all from Africa. Can you finish the rest of the interview? Oh, she's a delight, this one. I love her. Go, Rachel.
I would definitely say that yes, I do consider myself to be black.
If they're saying you're not black, what would you say in response?
Whatever they say really, I wish could say doesn't affect me at all. Unfortunately, people might listen to them or give them a platform that they don't deserve.
Her earrings.
But,
Hoochie Mama earrings. She stinks. It's very rare that I hope somebody throws themselves in front of a truck. But I kind of do, just so they can see her on the autopsy table with her, where her bronze ends. I want to see her pale white tits and her fucking...
You don't think she does the whole body?
No, why would she? Well, unless she's on a date.
Yeah, then what do you do?
I know, the guy licks her tits and all of a sudden there's big fucking smears of white underneath. It's like in the used cars. It's a red fucking car, Rhodey. Remember that when he goes through it and he sees he's driving a red car? I don't know, man. What an embarrassing woman. Let's see, we got some people on the line here who want to discuss this fucking fraud. What's up, Jason?
Hey, that's not red paint, that's white primer.
Oh, red primer. Yeah, it's primer. It's primer.
Yeah, I grew up in Detroit, and obviously I'm a white guy. And I always found it really funny. I grew up in the, I was in high school in the late 80s and 90s. All those Laker kids, those are suburban kids trying to be black. If you do that stuff in the city, you get your ass kicked.
Well, trying to be black, trying to take on a black vernacular. And please, Adrian, find some there's got to be footage of her talking a year ago. She's the head of the NAACP, wherever she is. I want to hear her speaking when no one knew. Is that what that is? Oh, it's 2014. Oh, my God. She's talking about her experience as a black woman. Oh, God. All right, we got to let you go. I want to get to Mike in Chicago because he is black, and I want to hear him weigh in on this. African Americans to the front of the line today, ladies and germs. What's up, Mike? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Mike. What's up?
What's up, man? How you guys doing? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you say, I want to hear from some black people today. I love it. What I got to say, man, there's a lot of pictures of her out there right now on the internet, if you find them, of her being exactly pasty white.
Yep.
Now, when I first saw the video, I thought she was black until the questions were asked. As far as her mentality goes, Paul Mooney said it right about, I want to say 10 years ago. He says, everybody want to be black, so it's time to be black. There's a difference. She wants to be black, but now she don't want to admit that she's black. But should it piss the African American community off? No, it shouldn't, because it's been happening for years. This isn't the first time. She just got caught.
Right.
She got caught, and the girl also got, I believe she got a college scholarship for being a minority. How does that happen? I don't get that. I don't understand.
That's why I asked about the grandparents, because if her grandparents or somebody, they can technically claim being a minority, and you can qualify.
Right. Well, then
for
she would have
loans
said
and
that. If that was an out, she would have said that in that interview. She would have said, "Yeah, my grandparents are black," and you can see with the hair, like you know, Mike, you know what she's doing, and I know what she's doing. She's lying. She's just pretending. It's Halloween, and she's pretending to be something.
Flat out.
Because her parents adopted 4 black kids, and did she all of a sudden feel like the odd one out in her own house? Did she fuck one of the kids growing up and then feel like, oh my God, what is it? Did something happen that made her?
That's what I thought when I found out that her parents adopted 4 black children. Is that's what happened? Once those kids came into that household, she, like you said, she was the quote unquote black sheep, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now she has to relate to her brothers and sisters or whatever, her brothers or whoever they were. She's got to relate to these kids. So of course their culture, they're listening to the music, they're wearing the clothes, and now she's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So now she's identifying with that. And it's probably been going on for years for her. It's mental, man. You're not going to fix that. She's going to be that way for the rest of her life, period.
Yeah, but just how embarrassed were her brothers and sisters for her?
Well, at least one of them knew what she was doing, because he came to visit her, and she said, please don't blow my cover, please be cool.
And he didn't.
And he didn't, and I think that he pretended to be her son. And now, I don't know if him specifically or another of her brothers said in the news yesterday that what she's doing is basically blackface.
Oh, was that one of her brothers that said that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is blackface. I mean, it's like, if you're white and you're the head of the NAACP, that's fine, if you're a member of it, but you're pretending to be black. Thank you for the call, Mike. I appreciate it.
No problem, Jim. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye. And now I want to hear some audio of her from 2014. Let's hear her before she got caught. Okay, so let's just sit down. Let's hate this bitch.
Look at the hair.
Hi. I want to do a toast to good art and to financial abundance. Cheers to you.
Okay, she has a long string here. She sounds the same, though.
Maybe grab a glass of wine, watch this little short video I'm going to make.
Okay.
Not just about art this time, but actually about something that we carry in the palms of our hands on a daily basis, hopefully.
Oh, no. Skin
that
dye.
Reminds us every single day of our lives
her nails.
Who is in charge. And that would be something green. We might
with
call
envy?
Benjamins in the case of.
She has the gold nail polish
bill,
and the long
bracelets.
the bracelets.
$20
she looks like a girl that came back from the Caribbean.
She's embarrassing. Yeah, she looks like a white girl who went to the Caribbean. Exactly. All right, that's not the one I wanted to hear. What's the one where she talks about her experience as a black woman? I want to hear that. Oh, do I not like this lady? Oh, is she not a likable girl? What the fuck? She's balding, too. That's the worst crime she commits. She's the hairline of Uncle Fester. You can pause that at any time. Okay, nice. Go ahead.
Talk more about that.
Yeah, I guess I know who I am, and my kids know who I am. And pretty much, I don't think anybody else really knows. Totally.
Mom and Dad do.
Because I think that some people like a certain part of me, and that's who they see me as, period. The artist, the professor, the activist,
the white girl.
And a lot of that is also aligned with their perceptions of me as a person, racially. So I think that...
All right, pause. This is boring. Fuck her. Let's go. We got a black guy on the phone. Cut our losses with that nonsense. Max, what's up, Max?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm all right, man. Great fan of the show, man. This is my first time calling, so I'm kind of surprised I actually got through, man.
Thank you very much for calling. Yeah, the lines are quite full with people who want to discuss this enchantress. So what's up, buddy?
Man, you know, I'm a musician. I've done a few shows for the NAACP, man, and I've seen pictures of her, and they spoke things of her. In my opinion, man, she kind of already looked mixed as is, but actually hearing her voice, she sounds white already, man.
Yes, she does.
I'm pretty sure they had to have some questions raised, and this right here, this just probably definitely what people suspected already, or they know already, man. Like I heard someone say before, it's pretty much blackface. That's pretty much what it feels like, man. You know, she's done, man. That shit's over with.
Yeah. And, all right, thank you for the call. I think you're probably right, Max. Thanks. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, it's not blackface for the purpose of entertainment. But how do you go through life being such a fucking, like, pretending you're a different race? And, like, not doing it for a project? Like, there was a book called Black Like Me. I think someone wrote a book about doing that. Like, I get that. But what the fuck, man? Daniel in Austin wants to comment on the NAACP. Does it really matter if they're leading a pro-color organization? I know what you mean. Hello, Daniel.
Yes. Good morning.
Hi, Daniel. What's up?
So I just had a few points, and, you know, I don't like this lady either. I don't like anybody that pretends to be another race. For
I think the proper term, and I want to say it properly, she's a cunt. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go with cunt. I love the word. But let me bring a counterpoint. The leader of the NAAWP, which is Advanced to White People, which is stupid, but anyways, in Louisiana, she was a black woman. Nobody had a problem with it.
I don't think people...
The NAACP, the head of the NAACP said being black is not a requirement. That's not what they have an issue with.
Yeah, of course. It's the fact that she pretended she lied. Yes.
It's the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with her being white. I think Jews started the NAACP. Am I incorrect with that?
I don't know.
It was started by Jews, I think, and they were very, very big, and they were, the leaders were Jewish for a while, and the first leader, Dr. Ben something, the first leader of the NAACP who was black. Am I an idiot? I'm just pulling that out of thin air. I could be wrong, but I thought that the NAACP didn't have their first black leader for a long time. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Now, if she was working against the advancement of colored people, I was completely on board. Now, her herself, she's a cunt. You just can't just pick a new race and say, hey, I'm there. You can pick a new gender these days, right? But you can't do race. You aren't born and decide you choose that you are now a different race. You can't identify it like that. Was it Tumblr?
Yeah, it's different than the gender thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, she's a twat. Fuck her. Thank you very much.
Agreed.
She's out. The NAACP hates her, and black people should hate her too, and so should white people.
By the way, the meeting that they had scheduled for today, where she was going to address everybody, that's been postponed.
Ah, okay. Yeah. They probably we don't need you to address this.
They said due to the need to continue discussion with leaders, tomorrow's meeting is postponed.
Okay, once again, I probably do not know what I'm talking about. Let's see. The NAACP was founded on February 12th, 1909 by a diverse group composed of W.E.B. Du Bois, Ida B. Wells, Archibald Grimke, Henry Moskowitz. All right, that's of the that's the tribe. Mary White Ovington, Oswald Garrison Villard, other people. Florence Kelly, a social reformer and friend of Du Bois, and Charles Edward Rhodes. Now, am I crazy here? Hold on, go back to that. W.B.E. Du Bois was one of the guys. Did he have anything to do? No, I'm thinking of W.D. Fard for the Nation of Islam. I'm thinking of a different person. Okay, so I don't know how many of them were Jews or how many were black. But the point is, white people have always been involved with the NAACP. And I think that you could certainly hold a position of prominence in the NAACP being white. I don't know as much today as you could have 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I think now it's probably they have more black leadership than they would have at one point. And Paul Mooney's saying that, by the way. I think Ben was the guy who called. Look, Mooney talks a lot about everybody wants to be black. They get tan. He wants to be a nigger. You know, that's Mooney. That's his act. But I don't think he means dress up like a black person and then take a position and then convince people you've had racial experiences. He just makes fun of white people for tanning. Y'all don't want us in the neighborhood, but you want to go get tan. You know, that's a terrible Mooney, but you get the picture. He's very, very ornery about this stuff. I really would love to talk to Paul Mooney. I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? Mooney always throws in weird shit. Like when he was first on. You know, check you're not American. Check your passport. I did, Paul. It says American. I don't know what you mean. I'm not a good Negro. This bitch, I've seen bitches like this my whole life. She wants black dick. Okay. Let's see here. Wish I could do better. Paul Mooney, I'd do that for a lot longer. Let's see here. Her parents. Oh, Erica in New York. Oh, boy. Erica thinks she has a point. She doesn't. Hello, Erica. Hello? Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Erica?
Oh, she's on.
Where are you? Is she talking?
No.
Whoever, black woman, how is this any different from Michael Jackson's children? Hello? Hello?
Put her on hold. And we'll
how do you do that?
The second to last button on the bottom.
Oh, what do I know?
Not that one, that one.
Hold
there you go.
Okay. And now go back to her?
Go to a different line. We'll check on...
all right, let's see.
We'll check on line 5.
Hello? Pat in Jersey? Pat in Jersey, what are you patting on the butt or something? I'm just chipping you, babe. Go ahead, what's up?
Hey, this woman was outed by her parents.
Yeah.
Because they saw the picture of her with that black man that she was saying was her father. And she got her job. She's a professor of African Studies at, I believe, the University of Washington. And that was how she got involved with the NAACP. So she lied to get her job as a professor of African Studies and then just continued to lie to get up into the NAACP. But she lied on all of her applications, too.
Wow, she should have to give back all her scholarship money.
Yeah, she should have to fucking get fired.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she will.
If I lied on a job application, I would get fired.
Yeah, I'm sure. I doubt she's still going to hold her position.
Yeah, and it was her parents that actually came forward.
I know. They must hate her. They're tired of this embarrassment.
They were the ones that put out those 2 pictures of her as a 15-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl.
Okay. Her mother was probably embarrassed. Like, I'm tired of this embarrassment that tumbled out of my cunt. Let's go on Twitter. Fucking blow her up. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
I wonder what happened, though, because, like, she's been doing this for, like, 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, so, but like, again, with I'm guessing on Facebook and all this stuff, something just finally hit home.
Yeah, like, the mom or dad was just like, you know what? Fuck this.
I'll bet you one of the kids complained. I'll bet you one of the children they adopted still talks and says, what is she doing? You out her or we're going to. This is embarrassing.
You can go back to Erica now.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's Erica Budd, too. Hello, Erica.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Hello.
Yeah, so my thing is, like, with Michael Jackson's children, we biologically do not know whether or not they are half black or half white or full white or what have you, but they're raised around a whole family of black people. If they recognize themselves to be black, why can't this woman?
Because they're not recognize themselves to be black. They recognize themselves to be Michael Jackson's children.
Okay.
I don't think they identify as being black. Everyone, again, the difference between him either telling the truth or lying and the ambiguity surrounding that is not their fault. Do you know what I mean? It's not like they've made a conscious decision as adults to go, hey, we're this, when they know deep down they're that. He's the biggest entertainer, or one of the biggest entertainers in history. He's saying biologically they're my kids. A lot of people think it's bullshit because of how they look.
Yeah.
But if I was them, I wouldn't want that challenged either. But that's coming from another source and not necessarily them.
Oh, no, I'm asking, like, if they were to grow up and say, I recognize myself as African-American, start wearing afros and braids and things of that nature, would that be as wrong as what she's doing?
Only if it was proven beyond a fact that he was not the father. As long as there is that, like, is Michael the father? Is he not the father? I would feel like embarrassed for them because it's very obvious to anybody with fucking eyes that they are two white kids.
Yeah.
But you know what? If it came out and it said like DNA has proved that their father was this other guy, then they would look like assholes saying they're black, but they'd still be his children because, you know, he said they're his children and they were adopted as children or whatever. You know, it's a little bit different, but I think that right now they still have plausible deniability.
I also have one other point. Also, the NAACP, this is a large organization. They could have done a background check easily. So why was that so difficult to find? Mind you, these are the same people who took Sterling's money for years and was like, they knew that he was a racist. It's just now that they got caught, they probably knew she was white this whole time and just was like, all right, whatever.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Taking money from a billionaire who's a piece of shit is one thing, but allowing like one of your figureheads and one of your public spokespeople to be wearing, again, the equivalent of blackface, I disagree. I think they absolutely would have called her out for that, and I think that's more insulting than Sterling. Donald Sterling is just an old guy who doesn't even think he's a racist, but is, who has a shitload of money, and he's giving money. And it's like all money, when you trace it back, it comes from some shitty source at one point. I don't blame them for taking his money. I don't care if the guy's a dick. His fucking $500 million is as good as anybody else's. But this dumb lady, there's plenty of black women that could have done her job as well. She wasn't running the entire fucking, she was just a local organizer who was running it. They could have gotten somebody else who was legitimate to run it.
Yeah, but they also could have just checked her background.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that, in this day and age, we're not used to people just pretending to be other races. Like, I guess that's like not one of the things you think to check. Like, she kind of looks black. She has the hairdo. Like, you don't think like, all right, let's make sure and look at her parents. Let's look at her parents' hands.
Is it another thing about worrying about being insensitive?
You know what? It probably is. Like, you don't want to seem like you're an insensitive person.
You don't think that's one of the questions that they ask the references that you provide? Like, and also, is she black?
Yeah, you just kind of look at her profile and then you look at her and you don't think to go, hey, she's light-skinned, we can't have her. So I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe they should have checked. But how do you check that?
No, all right. You turn me around. She's a cunt. I get it.
Well, thank you, Erica. I'm glad.
Really quick. Can I just put a plug in, if possible?
Okay.
Okay. Erica Pagan at the Stand, June 27th.
Are you a comedian?
I'm starting out.
Oh wow. Okay. I guess that was a dumb question. I like the Stand. I like those guys a lot. Now, you've never done stand up?
It's going to be my 4th time.
Oh, your 4th time. And you're actually putting it out there on the radio. People, very brave. I wouldn't have done that for about 3 years. But all right, the Stand when?
June 27th.
June 27th. Go see Erica at the Stand. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
And you're the first black woman. Now, I have to say allegedly because we don't know. We didn't see her.
No, I'm black and Puerto Rican from the Bronx. You can trust me.
Okay, you are. You sound it.
Sky red hair.
All right, goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
But, I guess you don't want to seem insensitive. But that's the first time I've ever heard a black woman say cunt.
I don't even think it has to do with being insensitive. That's just not something...
You just don't think of it.
No, nobody says, all right, make sure she went to that school and also make sure that she's black.
Yeah, when Erica or Ben called, you don't think of send me a video, or you text me a video of you doing the electric slide, or whatever it is. You don't think to question it, because who would lie about that? Like, what? For what? I just don't understand it. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Oh, we're getting things started here on the Jim Norton program. That's how it's pronounced. P-R-O-G-R-M. Welcome to the Jim Norton program. We got Kevin in Rockland who's annoyed. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Jim. How you doing, man?
Good, thank you.
First, I'm a black guy. I know I don't really sound it over the phone, but,
all right.
My big complaint is the making the blackface comparison. It's not... I get it. Listen, she's fucking wacky, but saying that it's tantamount to blackface, it's not, it's not right, especially when you go back and you look at what blackface was originally done for. It's black actors weren't allowed to act, so they had to throw a bunch of crap on their face, or it was a white actor throw a bunch of stuff on their face. And then you look at dimensional shows, which were inherently racist and done to make fun of black culture. Listen, you've got a weirdo who decided that she wanted to, pretend that she was black for whatever reasons, but she's got black kids, she's immersed herself in the culture, and at the end of the day, we're not allowed to make fun of Bruce Jenner, and we're allowed to say, hey, it's okay, you chopped up your dick because you wanted to look pretty in the dress. She wants to say she's black, what's the big deal? Yes, it's weird, but who cares?
But it's not accurate. It's beyond. It goes beyond weird. Like they're different things. Like just because people are starting to go like, look, man, being transgender is a real thing, and you can identify as a woman because you genuinely are deep down, or trans maybe as a third thing. That doesn't mean, hey, I can say I'm 6'8" if I'm only 5'6". You can't do it. It's a lie. It's not the truth. Bruce Jenner saying I'm Caitlyn or I've always been Caitlyn, and medical science in a lot of ways backing her up, is different than this nut or just twat who's not a nut saying I'm black because I had 4 black brothers and sisters. I know what you mean, dude, but I think that the bottom line is she's sick. She has cuntitis. She has cuntitis, spelled with a K. All right, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Do we have, her brother Ezra said it wasn't until about 2011 that he noticed physical changes. Through a gradual darkening of the skin and the hair, he said, she started molding herself into who she is today. He said, Dolezal's was that how you say her name?
Yeah.
Dolezal, is that her real name?
Dolezal?
Dolezal.
That's their last name.
That's her last name or first?
Last name. Her first name's Rachel.
Oh, Rachel, sorry. Her transformation was tantamount to living. He said it was blackface. And yet, like the last call, blackface, the intent was to like degrade black culture, and that wasn't what she was trying to do. But it still is, you're wearing black makeup. So no, it's not a minstrel show. She wasn't running out going, habity hoobity da maid, hibbity dabbity, like they would have in 1930. So, okay, she wasn't trying to humiliate black people, but she's still a fake cunt. Okay, that's my technical term. She's a fake wannabe cunt. That's what she is. Maybe it's not blackface. It's kind of a slap in the face. This is her brother saying this. Kind of a slap in the face to African Americans because she doesn't know what it's like to be black. She's only been African American when it benefited her. She hasn't been through all the struggles. She has only been African American in the last few years. And this is her brother. So I'm sure he doesn't hate white people taken in by a white family.
Can women say that though about transgendered people? Like they don't know what it's like to be a woman? Like you're not a woman, you haven't had to deal with, inequality in the workplace and,
No, because trans people are killed for being trans. Like they've dealt with it. No, it's a torture, I think. Maybe women can say that shit. I don't know. But to me, it's a different situation.
Yeah, but before they come out as trans.
Yeah, I guess so.
I felt like a woman my whole life. Well, no, you haven't had to walk around, wondering if you're going to be raped.
That's true. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, I guess women could say that. But, I don't, this woman's not even, they're saying you can't identify as a woman. All right, I guess you could make that comparison, but I do think it's different because I think one is just this woman's a cunt and confused.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already established that that's what she's suffering from.
Cuntitis.
Right.
Yes, with a K.
With a K.
With a K. K-U-N-T-I-T-I-S-S. Cuntitis.
How long do you think it'll be before what she's doing is actually accepted? Like other people doing this going forward? It took so long for people to start to accept transgender and transsexuals and all that.
They'll never accept this. Black people will never accept it. It's too annoying. White people won't accept it. A few dummies on college campuses will be like, she can identify however she wants. Do it with height. When you let me say I'm 6'4", and people actually look at me and go, he's 6'4", when that's accepted, I will accept this fucking fake vernacular fucking shoe polish face bitch being called black.
Yeah, I've always felt tall.
Yeah. I have the mentality of a tall man. I don't have the hook shot of one. Yeah, when you do that, I will accept it. But until then, she should shut up. She really stinks, this lady. This is a good question, too. Kelly in Texas. Hello?
Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, Kelly. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I was just wondering if this gal was doing this for the like a scholarship or the benefits or something like that the colored folks get, that she just taking advantage of that.
I don't know, maybe. I think it's deeper than that because she has black brothers and sisters. This is some deep psychological shit where she either felt angry at her parents, like that their culture was overrun by the 4 black kids in the house, or she just loved her brothers and sisters and wanted to be like them and resented being the outsider, or she hated at home that they would bond in a way that she couldn't. She couldn't bond that way. They would all be talking about whatever, black people talk about that's like being black. And she was like, oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about.
I could see her, trying to relate to a different race to be hip or cool or whatever, but she could also get low interest loans. She can get
I understand. I don't think this is about being hip or cool. I think this goes deeper because of the adoption. Thank you for the call. I think this goes a little deeper. You know what I mean? I think this is obviously a mental problem. I didn't hang up on him? Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go.
You got to click the 4 and then hang up. You lock the
What? How many times I got to do it?
You lock the phone. Hit
4
that and then hit there.
Right.
There you go.
Fucking whole thing here. The whole process. Guy wants to talk about her beehive. I'm doing a lot of phone stuff today. And some guy says, I can see this tailspin and people identify with a potted plant. Like, yeah, it just because one is being considered legit by the medical community doesn't mean that it's all fucking, I am what I am. I want wings. I want to say I'm a bird. There you go. I'm a bird. I know I have the lips for it. What's that trudging running by? I know it's not a guest running in here. All right. I guess we should say, let's talk to, what is this guy saying? George in Texas. Hold on. What are you talking about, George? What's up?
Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
Well, I think that I was, this reminded me, I've been thinking about this all weekend after listening to Sam on Friday, and this reminds me of that old bit that Eddie Murphy, I believe it was, maybe Richard Pryor did about deny. It sounds almost exactly like that, where somebody asks her a question and she just, oh, that wasn't me. Or he says, no, you didn't see me with that girl. Have you ever heard that bit?
No, I don't remember it, but I believe you. I'm sure it's a good bit. Thank you.
I think it's a Martin Short bit.
Whatever it is, the call is over. I ended the call. I don't know what he's talking about. We'll take a break. We've been talking for another hour. We'll come back, and if you guys still want to talk about this, we'll talk about it. If not, we'll talk about other shit. It's up to you. So, whatever, I let the people run the show. All right? You're like you're just looking at me.
Well, you got to tell him.
No, but I'm talking to you because you're the person in the room with me.
I thought you were throwing it to break.
No, I'm going to in a second, but I'm asking you, what do you think?
I think we should definitely do that.
No, but when we come back, do we talk about this? Or should we move on?
We need to talk about the horse fucker.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Can't skip that.
Well, I'm not skipping that. I hope the lines are as well lit for the horse fucker.
Let's clear the lines.
Let's see. Someone says the Jim thinks she got the idea from her friends who wouldn't tell her to shut up in the movies and eating KFC. John, that's just insensitive. And let me apologize for laughing happily as I read it. All right, we'll be right back.
This is Opie Radio. The show is back.
However, my pal Bill Burr is on the line. What a lovely surprise. Let me see. Hold on, Bill. I've never actually done the phone thing before. So I'm trying. Bill called in during the break. I didn't even know it. Is this Bill?
Jimmy Norton.
Hey, buddy, I did it. I answered the proper hotline number. What's up, man?
Nothing, man. I just was a little jet lagged, and I was up early for once, and I was like, I haven't talked to my old buddy Jimmy Norton or Craig Opie Hughes in a long time. So I figured I'd just check in on you guys. I had nothing to say, Jim. I'm just calling to say hello.
That's all right. Neither do I. Opie's not here today. He took the day. He had to have surgery. He's having a problem with it's that area between your balls and your asshole. He's got a weird scaling, so he's having that removed in a surgical procedure today. So it's just me.
He's got like scales on his taint?
Not as scales, but it's some kind of a flaking skin between his balls and asshole. So he has to have that scraped and then cut open, and they have to sew it back together. So he had to do that today.
Whoa, what? Dude, flaky skin. Why do they have to cut it open?
Because I think that the skin flakes, I don't know why, but he tried ointments and cream. Apparently he picks at it too much.
I cannot think of anything more just randomly horrifying than having like lizard skin on your taint, and you're just desperately talking to every snake oil salesman like, how many times did he have to tell people what was going on with his taint? Yeah, listen, I got dandruff. Oh yeah, we got Head and Shoulders. No. Lower.
Yes, not traditionally. I got dandruff, but not traditionally.
Yeah, not traditionally. I have it in a I've always been a trailblazer, and this is no different.
Well, hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. We wish him the best. It's a humiliating surgery. What do you think of this whole NAACP? This woman I was just talking about before you called in. This fucking woman pretending to be black to run the NAACP or in Washington.
I don't understand why anybody gives a shit that she's pretending. I don't care if that's what she wants to do. Go ahead and do it. I would be annoyed if I was her parents, where she stopped talking to her parents allegedly because they were ruining like her credibility. You know, that kind of ruins your credibility when you say you're black and your genetic parents are both extremely white from Idaho.
Yeah, it does hurt things.
It puts a wrench in it, Jimmy.
Yeah, it certainly does. But plus, she got into Howard University. Wasn't she lying? I don't know if she lied there, but then like she lied on job applications or something, saying she was this or she was that, and fucking, I don't know.
I don't think that it really hurts anything. I just find it it's just a little bizarre. It's just a little weird. I think it's kind of weird, and people are acting like it's, I don't know. I think that, you know, the fact that there's baby seals washing up onto the shores because we fished out the ocean, I think that that's a little more concerning to me than some lady who goes to a tanning bed and fucking frizzes out her hair.
That is true, but I still find myself feeling bad for the seals, but I really, really hate this woman. I've been calling her a cunt all morning, Bill. I'm out of control. I can't stop dropping the C-bomb. I love saying it about her. She's terrible.
Isn't it funny when you just hate some random stranger in the news, like, and it's legitimate hatred, like you really feel it, and you have that little voice in your head going like, you know, Bill, why do you hate this person? You never fucking met him, and then I don't know. Hey, Jim, it's been a crazy couple of weeks in the news.
But you know what? It's true, though, because sometimes the anger flares up randomly for no reason. And it's like, why do I give a shit? I'm wasting energy caring about this person, and I shouldn't.
I know, but isn't it fun to hate somebody that you're never going to talk to? Because then you get to really say everything that you want to say, and there's no apologies necessary, you know, during like fucking the holidays. You're never going to run into Rachel, are you?
No, probably not. We don't run in the same circles. Although, to be honest with you, I would love to know what she's going to do now. Like, where do you go after this embarrassing? Because this is just embarrassing. I mean, it's not life ending. It's just fucking humiliating. What do you do next?
And I blame Hollywood. I think if you look at her age, she's 37 years old. And when Soul Man came out, she was at a very impressionable age. So she didn't realize that it was a comedy. I think she thought it was a drama.
She thought it was a documentary? Yeah.
Yeah. And she just decided that, you know, that she was going to go to. I just think it's funny that I can see her she looks mixed with her hair, you know. She kind of looks mixed. I can see how she got away with it. But what did she do with it, though? She fucking became a civil rights activist. She's actually done a lot of nice things to help other people that she considers herself a part of. So it's sort of a weird, it's just a strange story.
But she was lying about like dealing with hate stuff. Like, you know, it went beyond just trying to be helpful. I think that she was trying to like take the stories of other people and make them her own. Like, I don't think she should go to jail. I just think that she should be called cunt a lot. I mean, that's I just think that she's awful. She really didn't hurt anybody other than make an ass out of herself.
That reminds me of that. Remember that Louis C.K. joke that he had back in the day about when somebody tells you a great story, and then you retell the story and say that it happened to you, and eventually you start telling it back to the person that told it to you.
Yeah,
that's basically what she was doing, except with like race, I think.
That's embarrassing. Like there are certain things that are just like when you get caught doing them, it's like getting caught. You ever get caught? I mean, you're a faithful guy, but you get caught sending a dirty text to another girl or just doing something like that's how'd you get caught doing that?
Because I was a dope and I didn't erase it.
Oh, how incriminating was it?
You know, it was awful. It was awful. Listen, Jim, I'm a guy. I have a dick, you know, and I act accordingly.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm not upset. I'm not that upset with it, though, dude.
Hold on, when you got caught with the text, did you apologize? Was it somebody you hadn't banged and just like, hey, look, I screwed up. I shouldn't have sent it. And then you moved forward and it was okay?
Yeah, basically. I think it was like one of those. It was inappropriate.
Yeah, I got busted one time. It was so awful. I've told this story before, but I was dirty texting with a girl when my girlfriend was out, and I was like, just being dirty. It was a girl I'd never hooked up with. I'm like, come over, I'll give you $500 to suck my dick and all this stuff. And then I went to save the text to my computer, and I hit the wrong button, and I printed it. And my girlfriend the next the next day, my girlfriend goes to get something. She was taking a college course, and she goes and gets something out of the printer, and she comes back, and I knew I was in trouble. It was a Saturday, and she's like, "Get up." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Get out of bed." And she goes, "I know all about you fucking little chat." And I'm like, "What? What chat?" And she mentioned the girl's screen name. And she goes, "I almost handed that in with my paper." Cause she had printed it with the paper, and she had my whole fucking dirty text. That was embarrassing. But, that was like beyond, like, you just busted. You just got to go, "I fucked up and I'm sorry."
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. Hey, by the way, Jimmy, I've been wanting. Caitlyn Jenner. What do you think? She up your alley?
No, too old. That's an ageist thing. That has nothing to do with her being trans. It's just anybody over 50. I don't stick my dick near. So, if this was fucking,
she won a decathlon. That'd be quite a notch in your belt there, Jimmy.
You know what? I'm not saying I wouldn't get blown just for the story. But I have to say that it's not my thing. The age thing would, if this was post Wheaties box, like, if he came off the Wheaties box and then just showed up in a dress in 1978, I probably would have fucked him, on the elevator. But knowing that he's really old, I can't do it. It doesn't do anything for me.
Plus, around 78, I think he was on Chips too, so he's also a TV star. So there was all kinds of reasons, Jim.
What do you think of this whole late night moratorium where they won't make fun of it? Like, it's just like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, they won't make fun of it. I don't know. I think there's this weird thing where when Michael Jackson was doing all this plastic surgery, everyone was questioning his sanity, and he had a problem, but then, if you're doing it to become another sex, then you become like off limits. I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't been watching a lot of that. The way I look at it is, if that's what the guy wants to do, he should go ahead and do it. But as comedians, I mean, nothing's really off limits. I mean, I don't think if you're not being malicious,
right?
It just strikes. I don't know. I mean, you think I don't have some bits about it? I'm going out on the road this week. I can't wait to fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
I've loved it. I've loved it, and I thanked God when it happened because it really sparked the new material. I was like, but you're right. That's Michael Jackson's a great point because it's like, all right, he's getting surgery so people make fun of him, and then Caitlyn Jenner does it, and you can't make fun of it. It's like, why is that not make funnable? Even if you're not vicious. But Seinfeld called out Seth Meyers, and that was kind of interesting to see him call Seth out.
What did he say?
Just, you know how Jerry is. He just says anything and he doesn't care if it makes you uncomfortable. He's like, so I understand, because Seth Meyers had like a nice moment. Like, this is what he said when he saw it. It's such a wonderful photo. This when Vanity Fair came out. I cannot wait to read the article. I don't have any jokes about this. I'm so happy. I sort of can't believe we're living in a time when this is happening and people are being so positive about it. So congratulations, Caitlyn Jenner. And like, that's a nice thing, but like as a comic late night talk show host, shouldn't you have something kind of silly to say about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's that whole. It's just one of those topics that it's like if you say anything, every once in a while there's like that topic that comes down down the road, and if you have any joke about it, that means you're a Klan member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I even thought it was crazy, like when they were like some of the Bruce's or Caitlyn's family members, whatever, were like freaked out and people were giving them shit. It's like, dude, can you give them a chance to kind of get their head around this? It's like literally their dad walked out the door and then came back was now their mom.
Right.
You got to give people a chance to, just because you've been mentally processing it for fucking all those years, these other people haven't. You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ, dude, I buzzed my head and people freaked out, Yeah,
it is true. It's funny. I look at Bill Burr photos and I'll see a picture of you and like there's times where I don't recognize you, like, cause I'm so used to you now, and I'll see an old picture with like a lot of red hair. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot Bill used to look a little bit different than he looks now. You're right. It's a shock to the system visually.
Yeah. So you're balding-ophobic. You're a terrible person, Jimmy.
No, I actually like you like this.
I am offended by you. I'm joking. I'm acting like how people act.
Oh, I know. I'm kidding too. I think you look ridiculous, but I had to say something kind of cute. I like the fact that I didn't notice it happen, and I really didn't. Like, there was just one day, because you're just Bill. So I see you one day, and I don't even notice that your hair is shorter until I see an older photo, or I'll see like a clip of you on Comedy Central or something, and I'm like, fuck, man, Bill looks a lot different than he. Did you finally just say one day, like, I just got to do it because it's beyond where I can help this anymore?
What did I couldn't do that Rogaine, Propecia, fucking hair club thing and like transfer the troops from the back of your head on top of your head. And to me, that's a weak move. I think it's a sign of weakness. I think I feel like you should just age naturally. All these people getting their faces yanked back and getting hair plugs and all that. I think they're just a bunch of insecure people. And to sit there and try and look fuckable into your 50s, there's just something pathetic to me about that, where it's just like, look, you had your time. You had a great time, and now that's over. Now you're supposed to be an adult. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be, I don't know, a parent, a father, a mother, or something like that. To sit there and want to walk around in fucking a tank top or spaghetti straps, you know, and you're getting tummy tucks and all that. I just think it's, I don't know. To me, I just look at those people like they're really weak. You know.
I'm gonna.
But there's an advantage to fucking just in our business to just being what you look like. Because if you keep going down the road of what you think that they want to look like, that's how you end up with the Michael Jackson fucked up face, I think.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of look how you look, people start looking at, oh, he's a character. He's a character actor. Look, he's got crow's feet.
Yeah, maybe it looks like you've lived a real life. You've lived a real full life and you're a real person. Yeah, there is something to be. I think as comics, too, we can look a little fucked up and it's okay.
I think in general, like, I don't think that you should be, you know, Jimmy, I just turned 47. I mean, it's over. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? What am I going to go down to a fucking nightclub with my new fake hair? Hey, ladies. I mean, it's just something so fucking sad about that, where it's like, you know. I mean, look, I just looked at it like, all right, this is what's going on. Am I going to sit there and slowly watch this process, or am I just going to get it over with? I got it over. I got to be honest with you. I actually love having a shaved head. I love it. Some people like it, some people don't like it, and I don't give a shit.
Do you buzz it or do you razor it?
I just buzz it down.
Okay, yeah, I've been doing that for years. And what makes me want to do it is, my hair has always been kind of an unmanageable twat, like cowlicky, but it's gray. It's going gray on the sides, and I like when I buzz it, it just doesn't look as gray. So it's like, let me just do that. And I've never had any kind of surgery. I don't know if I can go through with that. I'm like, I just got to kind of age, man, and just, you do what you can with creams and try to stay looking okay, but I don't think I couldn't check into a hospital and actually fucking fix it. I'm like, I got to just kind of accept this is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah. I'm in my, I'm going to start wearing sports coats. I'm pushing 50, dude. Fuck it. I'm embracing it. I'm going to be that guy when I'm 70 who wears like a yachting cap and doesn't own a boat. One of those guys. Smoke a pipe. I think there's something cool about aging naturally. Men and women. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like, my wife watches all those fucking, reality shows, and you just see, when you see the women on those shows and they're getting all that work done and they're gussying themselves up and they just look exhausted. And all of them, they're like married and they're moms. It's just like, why don't you just be a mom? Like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I'm still on the hunt, Bill, because I'm single. Like, at least you found someone who you love being with and you love, I don't have that. So I still have to do what I can to remain as fuckable as Jim Norton can be until I find that one. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm afraid that I'm going to pass. Like, if I go into full disaster mode again and I'm 50, I'm totally done. Like, at least now I'm like, I look a little better, or I have a personality.
Hey,
thank you.
Yeah, you look great. You're crushing it on the radio. You're crushing it on stage. You're fine. You're fine. Look, I'm not saying I don't keep working out. I'll keep working out, but I'm not going to, you know what I mean.
Hey, are you a full helicopter pilot right now?
Yeah, I actually passed the test May 31st. I passed my check ride.
Congratulations, man. That was the one you were a little nervous about, right? Wasn't that like a high stress one?
Yeah, that was the one where I had to sit down with the FAA guy and get grilled for an hour. And fortunately, I got a really cool guy. And I messed up a couple of things, but not enough to fuck the whole thing up. And after there's a test you have to take where there's 600 questions, of which they take 60, and you got to get a certain score, and then you move on to the next round, and then you sit down with the FAA guy. You talk about helicopters, aerodynamics, airspace, what to do in an emergency, all that shit. And then if you pass that, then you go out on your check ride. Then you do a normal approach, steep approach, auto rotation, hover auto, landing off airport, all these different maneuvers. And if you do those well, you land, and he says you pass. Dude, it's one of the greatest things I've ever accomplished, just because I was really did terrible in school. But I just studied my ass off, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was getting ready for the tests and everything, I'd be on the road. Even on the road, I just 2 hours a day. I treated it like going to the gym, like a job. I just got up, I took the practice test, and so yes, I am a licensed pilot.
Congrats, man.
I could have. Yeah, that's what I spent my money on rather than hair plugs. I learned how to fly a helicopter. I think that's a better move.
I agree. And what is a steep approach? How does that work?
Steep approach is just something if you were landing in an area and there was a bunch of tall trees all around you, you wouldn't go in like a normal landing. You'd obviously hit the trees. So what you got to do what's known as a steep approach, which is basically you almost kill all your airspeed and then kind of drop down to the spot. But the thing about that is you got to make sure you don't come down too quickly, or you get involved in what's known as settling with power, which is you get caught in your own vortices and you just drop like a rock and you can crash.
Oh, wow. So how do you avoid that? You just got to go down slow?
You go down slow, and if you start to feel like the controls getting mushy and the thing's starting to shake, and the more power you pull, the faster you drop, you're in that situation. All you do is just push the stick forward a little bit. You get into clean air, and then you'd come back around again. In a real situation, you come back around again.
Have you simulated that?
Yeah, they simulate it, and then you go up to like 2,000 feet, and they get you into a settling with power situation, and you have to fly your way out of it. They simulate engine failure and all of that stuff.
Wow.
You have to get out of it. Yeah, it's I got to tell you, the first time I soloed cross country was like a 3-hour thing. I had to do it by myself. It was one of the most exciting and slightly nauseating and terrifying. I just kept looking over at that empty seat, and I was just going like if anything fucking goes wrong, this is on me. And I just kept going over in my head how to do an auto rotation over and over and over in my head, and I just kept picking out spots on the ground. Where would you put it? Where would you put it? As I'm just having to do the radio and all that type of stuff. I've never been so mentally exhausted at the end of that flight. And what made me feel good was after it was done, I mentioned that to one of my instructors. They're all pilots and studs.
Yeah.
The second I mentioned that I was scared, they laughed, and they go, oh, yeah. They go, I was scared, too. One of the best pilots over there was telling me that, he just had an urge. He just wanted to set the thing down and let the Hobbs meter run, which is the time on it, just so he could get up to 3 hours and then just fly over to the fucking airport, because it's, it's really an indescribable feeling the first time you solo. That feeling of you're so psyched that you learned how to do it, and then that feeling of Jesus Christ and trying not to think of John Denver.
Right. Yeah, with fucking Harrison Ford. With so many people. But, there's so many guys have he built his own aircraft. I mean, if you just don't build your own fucking helicopter, as long as you just fly one that they built, that Bell built, I think you're fine.
Yeah, well, when they say that something is, that it's experimental, that means it hasn't been, I guess, checked out by the FAA yet.
Right.
I thought when he was in something experimental, like it was this new crazy design, it just hadn't got like an airworthy certificate from the FAA. And I shouldn't talk about it because I don't really know enough about it, but it's scary because the little I did read, it seemed like he was going fine, and he went to turn, and then all of a sudden he did something too far, and within 2 seconds he was just stuck in the ground like a lawn dart, and
That was all she wrote. That was it.
Yep, that was it. It was that country road. He took it home.
He sure did. He clogged up traffic on the country road with his fucking mangled aircraft.
Do you think he was wearing one of those fucking jean jackets with the fur on the inside that they love out there in Colorado?
Yeah, he looked exactly like the cover of his dumb greatest hits CD, and that was how he died without that fucking country smile. I mean, that was wiped off his face pretty quick.
and those John Lennon glasses.
I like John Denver. God bless his soul. When are you going to be in New York, bro?
How couldn't you like John Denver? We're having a good time. We're kidding him.
When
John Denver, who actually died, but we're going to stay away from Caitlyn.
Absolutely. Let's just joke about him and not Caitlyn Jenner, because one is an important issue. When are you going to be in the city, man? I haven't seen you in quite a while.
I don't know when the next time. I don't think it's going to be for a couple of months. So I don't know. I don't know, Jimmy. Whenever I get something out that way, I hope it's sooner rather than later, because I haven't been on your show in a minute. I came to New York for like a day. I did Jim Gaffigan's show, but it was like literally I landed and then we started at 6 a.m, and then I had to go up to Boston that day. So I wasn't able to come by the studio. So next time, hopefully, anytime I'm there and I have a free morning, I always come in. So
all right. Well, I look forward to seeing you very much, buddy.
All right. Well, tell old Scaly Taint. I hope he. I'm kidding, Opie. I hope you feel better, man. And Jesus Christ. If you can tell all your listeners how you think you got it, so we could all avoid it, dude. That sounds like some, like during medieval times.
Yeah, it's like a Game of Thrones injury, but it's mostly because Opie just picks his taint a lot. He scratches it and he digs at it, and I think they think that he might have infected it. He doesn't want to say.
What do you mean he scratched it? Dude, I don't want to talk about this on the air.
All right, yeah, we'll talk off air.
Hey, Jimmy, call me during the next break and let's talk about Opie.
All right, man. I'll give you a call as soon as I'm in the bathroom.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right. Take care, buddy. The great Bill Burr. Fucking impressive, man. Helicopter, license. It's just so good.
3 hours by yourself for your first time for your test.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I told you that motivated me to not want to, do a lot of the shit I was doing. It's like, this is what your friends are doing. This is what life is. So Bill was very inspirational. I should have told him that. Somebody's asking me, too, we've been talking all morning about this nonsense with language and all that shit and race. What did Whoopi Goldberg say? Because somebody is, what did she say about political correctness? Do we have the audio of that?
Mm-hmm. It's right here. Comics are always offensive. That's our job. We offend everybody, But having been on the other side of some of these jokes, yeah, people don't want to hear them. Gay people may not want to be referenced that way. I think they have the right to say that, and I think we got to find other ways to be funny if that's what it is. If you feel like it's too hard to be funny without perhaps offending somebody, maybe you should find some different stuff.
If you think about somebody like Louis C.K., right? What he did on SNL and made the joke about the pedophile. I mean, and it went viral, and people were really, really upset with him. It was a very, very clever joke, but it was offensive. And I think that you're right. You could find other ways, but I also feel that you're right on the other end of it. Comics have the right to say what they want to say.
That's our job.
And they have to look forward to the consequences.
Well, then,
shut up. Bunch of hens. How did Whoopi become such a fucking hen? Even though she's right about comics are offensive, that's our job. Maybe she's saying if you don't like the criticism, find another way.
Right. It fascinates me that someone who did a blackface bit with Ted Danson can say that.
Boy, did she not want to talk to us about that. Remember she hung up on us when we asked her about that?
She did.
But I, as a comic, though, you can't cry because people don't like what you do. That's the truth. There's plenty of people that find material offensive. I guess that's fine. But
for years, comedians have said, we say offensive things, whatever. We have the right to say it, but the people listening have the right to be offended.
Sure.
But if you don't want to listen to my stuff, then don't listen to me. She's saying you have to change your joke to find another way to get your point across because people are offended.
Yeah, I don't know if she was saying that definitively or like, hey, maybe you want to just change the way you're funny. Who cares? She's a comic. It's just whatever who cares? If you're offended, it's all right. You're offended. I do offensive jokes. That's where the discussion begins and ends. All right, let's talk to Jimmy in Brooklyn about Colin Quinn's book. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, how you doing, Jimmy? I just felt that, reading in Colin's book, he talks about how, we don't explore our differences. I mean, I moved out of Brooklyn as a kid, and it was because it was becoming more black in our neighborhood. We never said that. Then we moved out to the Hamptons, where there was only one black kid in my school, in a short school. But, I think one of the things Colin says in his book, we're not allowed to explore the nuances, both right and wrong, of our cultures.
Yeah, I mean, you mean with political correctness and the fact that if you talk about race or if you make fun of it, you're considered racist? Yeah, it's kind of frustrating and annoying. This is the time we're in. It stinks. What are you going to do?
Well, the thing is also, the book was very good because I agreed with like 95% of what was being said, and I felt bad because here I'm being relieved. I'm allowed to explore and things on reading this book. While Colin's out there putting himself, and you putting yourself on the line with stuff too, with your life. And I mean, it goes deeper than just race. This woman just not only hated being white, she hated the concept of being white, and that's scary.
Who did this? Who?
The woman from the NAACP.
Well, she's a mental case. Like,
yeah.
I don't take that as meaning any. She's meaningless in the fact that she didn't like herself, I think, or her parents or whatever it was. But who cares? There's plenty of black people that have that too, dude. There's plenty of black people that fucking try to whiten up their hair and do all this stuff, and they have their own racial stuff. That's not about white people being hated. It's just her.
Yeah, it just sounds conceptual. I kind of understand from the other side. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you was that I was the guy from Stairway to Stardom that you guys made fun of a few years ago.
Oh, my God. Which one? We've made fun of all those guys.
Jimmy Schwartzman. I shouldn't say that on the air, but I did.
What did you do?
Cabaret.
Oh, no. Was it good?
No. Well, listen, come on, please. I think the most poignant thing about that performance is the cold sore on my face in that second performance.
Hold on. What are you wearing in that? What are you wearing?
I was in two things. You ran both of them. One, I wore a corduroy jacket, and I had an afro that didn't get a haircut, and I had a hangover.
You look like Tom Hanks in 1982.
Yeah, something like that. And then the next one, I kind of look like, I think, De Niro in friggin' King of Comedy. I have my Puerto Rican friend Manny gave me a suede jacket.
Let's hear the other one. Let's hear the first one for a second. Let me just, to refresh people.
Fine singer. Let's bring him out. Jimmy Schwartzman, right? Here he is. Jimmy Schwartzman.
Right, hold on, Jimmy.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Come to the cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Come hear the music play.
Pauses. Why would we make fun of this? It's such a cool, hip song and well done.
You guys were, there's a context. It's a time machine. I didn't hear about it till like a year later. Someone put it on YouTube, and I fast forwarded with the videos underneath, and I saw, you guys are talking about me because I see the video underneath the little stripe on the bottom there, and I was going, now this is interesting, and I was kind of honored that you were going. I was afraid to call in on the show, though.
Oh, you should. I don't know why, because you have such a. Could you go back a little bit? Because you do such a nice job with that first belt out of the word cabaret. Hold on,
I love the hand movements too.
Yeah, hold on, here it goes. Because you really belt out cabaret. Let's hear that.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play.
Here it comes. Oh, shit.
Come to the cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
Okay, now do you actually like that shitty song?
I'll tell you, I was supposed to sing You're My Home from Billy Joel, if I remember correctly, and the guy lost my sheet music. So I really had like a minute and a half to go behind his welding. It was still behind a welding thing right behind Lincoln Center. And I had a minute and a half. It's the only song that I knew that my dyslexia would stick into my head, and everyone always said I looked like a straight Joel Gray or something, So,
I don't know who that is, but I will say
he was the cabaret guy in the movie.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thanks for the call, Jimmy, and it was a fine rendition of Cabaret.
Oh, listen, thank you, and thank you for what you do and your honesty. That's really important to me that you guys are able to express yourself during this time.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's get another 10 seconds of that fucking horror show.
The knitting, the book, and the broom. Ugh. Come hear the music play.
knitting the book and the broom.
Come to the cabaret, old chum.
Old chum. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Fucking, if it's your old chum, why is he knitting and sweeping and reading a book? He says, put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Come to the cabaret, old chum. What kind of your fucking chum is knitting? Hey, what are you doing? I'm just knitting some booties. What are you doing? Fucking losing your number, you creep. What kind of chum knits?
There wasn't much to do back then.
What year was this song?
I don't know. It's like 20s, 30s, somewhere in there.
Put down the noose. You know, other things that people did back then. Stop hitting your wife. Come to the cabaret.
What's worse, hearing the commentary live on the radio of this or finding it a year later on YouTube?
I don't know. Well, I'm not even knocking him on that. The fact that he looks a little like Down syndrome-y Seinfeld. But he's a good boy. Thank you for the call. A little more, another verse.
Come taste the wine. The band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating right this way. Your table's waiting. No use forbidding some prophet of doom.
I love this show.
Wipe every smile away.
He has a huge mouth.
Come to the cabaret, old chum. Life is a cabaret, old chum.
Uh-oh, one more.
Come to the cabaret.
That was, what a delightful rendition. I should have asked him what he's doing now. He probably does tricks at parties. He eats watermelons whole. What a giant set of fucking choppers he has. Jimmy, you have a large mouth. I mean, physically large mouth. It's fucking huge. Cabaret! Fucking, he's like unhinges like a snake mouth. Quite creepy. All right. Oh, God. I didn't even see her on the phone. Oh, let's get to her. Okay. Hi, who's this?
Who do you think it is? It's me.
There you go. End of that call. That's how that should be handled. Let's see. Fucking, what do you want to say about Whoopi's comments, John, in Staten Island? What's up?
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
Good, buddy.
So if you keep listening to the Whoopi Goldberg clip, I know you don't want to hear her speak, but later on she basically talks about Seinfeld and Colin Quinn as the two main people complaining about this whole PC culture, and she specifically leaves out Chris Rock. And one of her last comments, she says that Colin Quinn and Seinfeld don't know how to be offended because they're straight white males, and therefore they should try to curtail their comedy as to not offend people, which really pissed me off when she said that.
Yeah, it's just, who cares what she says? No, I agree that it's irritating, but I mean, you know, she's a fake. Like, you know, Whoopi Goldberg once said, and she had the best political correctness quote. It was something to the effect of, political correctness is, I'm not going to tell you what I think, I'm going to tell you what I think you want to hear. It was something like that, and I've always attributed that quote to her, and I thought that was really good. But it's like, as a stand-up, when you start saying, I'm a black woman and you're a white male, so offense is different, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're a comic. Act and talk like a comic. Like, think like a comedian, Whoopi. Stop it.
And that's what pisses me off the most, because like, you know, it's one thing for me to say something stupid. It's another thing for you guys to say something stupid in a funny way. And, you know, we shouldn't be held, as you guys always say, we shouldn't be held to the same standard.
Go to like the cabaret. Man sneezes and has aneurysm and becomes cabaret singer. Thank you very much for the call. I'm going to do that the rest of the show. I'm sure everybody hates the show today. Why is he just talking? Why is he talking on the phone?
They're saying?
Yes, they are.
What else would we be doing?
That's a good point. I don't know what they're saying. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Dave in Edmonton, what's up with Al-Qaeda? What?
No. I wasn't talking about Al-Qaeda specifically. It was that guy that you mentioned. I can never remember the name. That dude, they had him in South Africa just this weekend. He's a war criminal. like CSS wanted him or whatever they call that organization.
I don't know.
They had him, and well, damn man, I was trying to look it up, but he's accused of war crimes. He was allowed to leave from the place. Look, I'm trying to look it up. But
okay, how about this? We're going to put you on hold.
Yeah.
And we're going to check it out.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button. Okay. So.
You're getting real good at this phone thing.
Yep. How good is horse pussy? Let's talk about that. How fucking awesome is horse pussy? What's the story here? This guy, I guess I understand it. Where's the story here? I have the story. I highlighted it. For Pete's sake. I want that audio, too. I forgot about it. Here it is. Alamo man breaks his leg while deputies said he tried to fuck a horse. He's a 45-year-old guy. They broke his leg while trying to fuck a horse. His name is Chris Castillo Jr., and he faced trespassing charges on February 17th incident where he was found hurt inside a barn after a horse kicked him. Get out of here. Oh, it's him again. Then I'll start talking. Oh, no. Get out of here. Not my cell. And deputies met with the barn's owner and told him she went to the barn to feed her horse. And she discovered that he had injured on the ground in one of the horse stables. And this awful liar, he said the car struck him on the roadway and he had crawled into the barn for shelter. He was transported to the hospital and then he was arrested. And he had previously been arrested and told to stay away from the barn and horses. In September 2013, Castillo received 5 years probation. Well, there you go. You should have locked him up. Get out of here. The horse kicked him. Not you again. Well, the horses sound like bogey. Get out of here, see, fella? Security cameras set up by the bar's owner caught this piece of shit performing the sex acts as the horse attempted to move away from him despite being tied to her corral. He's raping the horse. The horse is saying nay, and he's fucking it anyway. The horse is like, get away from me, creeper. Do you know how creepy you have to be for a horse to go, get your dick away from me? Horses shit while they walk. They tolerate us riding them in a circle. They tolerate us whipping them. We clean their dicks out with our bare hands. Their foreskin gets dirt in it. All of that they have no problem with. This guy's like, I just want to stick my dick in. Get out of here. You're a creep. Get out of here.
He's going to keep moving, like, with his pants around his ankles, like, as she walks away.
Yeah, while the horse just is kind of going left and then going right while tied. Like, the horse can't believe she's in this pickle. He got a 270-day public lewdness charge in September 2012. It's a different horse, by the way, not the same one. This is the beauty of it. He received 5 years probation on cruelty to animal charges after he tied a horse named India to her corral in the same barn and performed oral and vaginal sex on her. He ate horse pussy. This guy ate the horse's pussy. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? How bad does horse pussy smell into? How bad does your ex-girlfriend's pussy smell? Will you go to a horse pussy and you're like, yeah, it is what it is. Jesus Christ.
And then break your leg trying to do it again.
How good of a fuck was that horse? How betrayed do you feel after you lick its pussy and you think it comes? He didn't know it was trying to get away from him. He probably thought she was coming. Like, oh, she's enjoying. She was whinnying and going all over. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a good job.
Swatting at her.
Yeah. Oh, this bitch is fucking coming. This guy's like chips. Fucking horse came all over me. She came buckets. And then he goes to stick his dumb, puny dick in, and the horse just gives him a kick. Get out of here. I want American Pharaoh. They told me I was going to be bred by American Pharaoh. And this balding zilch shows up.
Usually you don't hear these stories unless the guy is trying to be fucked by the horse.
Yes.
You never hear it on this way around.
Well, the thing is this. I mean, horses, when horses fuck, they mount and they jam that dick in hard. This is a lame fuck to a horse. Picture like you're somewhere and someone comes over and you think you're going to get blown and they just take 2 marshmallows dipped in cold water and they tap the outside of your dick with it. You're like, what is this? What the hey? That's what an equivalent of a human fuck is to a horse fuck. Yeah, look, I'm watching a horse fuck right now. Mount with a giant cock, and then
they're
all of a sudden,
it in.
Yeah, pow, pow, pow. No fudging around. You got the big dumb horse face buried in the back of the other one's neck.
He's biting.
He's biting, and boy, is he planting that dick deep.
The fence is moving.
Fence is moving. There's ramming it in there. His little back feet are all moving every which way. Oh, but he is planting 4 feet of horse dick inside this. Literally, his cock is going halfway up to this fucking other horse's stomach. That's how you fuck. And he pulls his dick out all limp. Here you go, stupid.
It's gushing.
I'm out of here. Take the load. Here's your hat. What's your hurry? Sends her on her way. Now this guy climbs up with his dumb pussy-eating technique, and the other horse is trying to say, we don't do that in our culture.
Yeah, this guy's more like he wants to make love to the horse.
Yeah. I've never felt a tongue down there. It's weird.
So what are you doing?
Wow, look at this one. We're watching a horse with hairy feet. Fuck another one.
He's all business.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just trying to jam it in there, and the other guy's moving the tail out of the way, and someone's filming it, and boy, is he plowing away. He's plowing away. This is not how people fuck.
No, the horse has to find it to be annoying because it doesn't want a human penis. It wants that huge horse penis.
To be filled.
Yeah.
This horse wants to be fucked.
And meanwhile, this guy with his broken leg.
Yeah, the clink-a-link of the ladder. You know how annoying a ladder clinking is when you're a horse and you get your pussy licked? You're like, what is this? And this big, gigantic fucking horse is following the other one. Oh, with his big, hairy feet. It's like a Clydesdale. He's all dick. Now his dick's all swinging stupid. Like a giant, long mushroom, embarrassed. Horses lose their rods fucking... They lose their fucking erections like I do when the phone rings. Horses pull their dick out soft. Like, horse dicks really don't play games. They come, soft, done. Next!
Where's my hay?
Yeah, where's my hay? I'm hungry. They never lose it going in, though. You know what I mean? When they jam it in, it's a violent activity. And, plow. Boy, that pecker goes deep. All muscle and ab muscles. Look at him. He's still in there.
You jealous?
No, I'm very jealous. He's all in there like a seahorse, standing up on his hind legs, plowing her, fucking her. She doesn't know. She's just looking at people, watching her. She's like, this is a little embarrassing. And then, boy, he comes and he pulls it out limp. Like, literally, his dick just dies. Like, he comes and his dick is finished. All right. I don't know what else I'm saying. I guess we should wrap up.
You think this guy's going to try again?
Yeah, of course he will.
He's a serial horse fucker now.
He can't stop.
3 times.
Once you lick horse pussy, it's all over for you. That's all she wrote. You've licked horse pussy.
Is that a fetish that, like, you'll just never reach?
Never. Never.
You say that now.
Yes, I do. Talk to me in a year, I don't know. I never thought I'd like feet. I know if I do like feet, I won't like 4 of them. But then again, I do like big feet on a girl. Wow, this horse rod, that literally is a 3.5-foot dick. And it's funny to watch these dopey cowpokes try to move a tail out of the way. It's like, don't horses know how to fuck? They've been doing it forever. They don't always have someone there holding their dick. I love watching these videos. They're not sexy. It's just fun to watch. I like to watch the horse's dumb back feet because he's not used to walking on 2 feet.
Yeah, there you go.
Limp.
It's like you turn off the fire hose and
he comes
right down
and
goes.
It's done.
I like watching these guys where they're trying to guide it in and their hands are almost getting caught, so they're yanking their hand out right away.
Yeah, but people couldn't see that while this is happening. E-Rock keeps mumbling, "Lucky girl." I don't like that. That's creeping me out. All right, I'm going to piss and then we'll wrap up the show in a little bit. Some guy grabbed a Jones G guy. Hold on, let me just go to this last call here before we take a fucking piss break. Yeah, what's up, Scott?
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
I'm good.
I had to call you with this one. So I'm a volunteer EMS chief for about 20 years out on Long Island. And years ago, there used to be this gathering at Jones Beach. They called it Greek Fest. And essentially, all the black sororities and fraternities from throughout the country used to have this big, giant gathering. And
oh!
Yeah, it was interesting. My department was responsible for EMS down there during this function. And every year you get these crazy things, gang rapes on the beach and you know, all these great memories. But anyway, the one that popped out with you telling your story was there was the end of this particularly rough Greek fest, and the Nassau County police brought in and the state police brought in the Mountie cops with the horses, and they go around and basically use the horses to clear the beach. You know, people see the giant horses come and they get the hint. Anyway, we're back at staging at the very end. All the cops are there, and the mounted cops are there, and this one very flamboyant guy is still just kind of walking around, and he's looking at the horses. And he walks over to the Mountie cop, and he just asks the cop, "Oh, your horse is beautiful. Is it okay if I, pet your horse?" And the cop gives him the "I don't give a shit what you do" look. And we're all just kind of watching this because it was fairly close to us. And he's petting the horse, and he's walking around, and he goes around behind the horse, and I kid you not, reaches right under the horse's legs, grabs the horse's cock. Without a second of thought, the horse kicks with his hind legs, knocks the guy's head clear off his shoulders. The body just slumped down like it was something out of a cartoon, and that was the end of it. And me and my guys just stood there staring because it was.
Did he die or no?
Oh, he didn't have a head anymore.
So he died?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He literally, turned into a crime scene, walking around, picking up pieces of his brain. It was.
All right. I don't know if that's true. I've never heard that. If we can have some corroboration. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, no, it's one of our war stories that we talk about.
Okay.
So, hey, you're doing a great job today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, sir. Just giving it the old college try, 110%. Leave it all on the field. I came to play, and, I feel like I did the best I could. All right, thanks. All right, Dan in Cleveland. I wasn't going to go to the phones anymore, but this is actually a pretty good call. You're stationed in Cleveland. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, man.
Hey, when I was in the Marine Corps, I had a buddy of mine that I was stationed with from fucking Texas, and we'd get fucked up, and he would sit there. I got two things after the story, too, something else, but he would get fucked up and swear on his parents' life that back home in Texas, he let a calf blow him. He said it was the best fucking blowjob he ever got.
Oh, a calf. What's the teeth situation on a calf? They don't understand subtlety and cocksucking.
I don't know.
Most women don't understand that. I know a fucking farm animal won't. They just think it's a treat. Oh, delicious.
But he would tell that story all the time, and he was that serious. And the other thing I wanted to say was, after you played the Whoopi Goldberg clip and the caller with the camera, between that, fucking E-Rock was talking about comedians and saying we, as in he's a comedian.
Well, no, I wasn't saying we as I'm a comedian.
Yeah, you go fuck.
There you go.
E-Rock hung up on him.
No, I wasn't saying we as if I'm a comedian. I'm saying the comedians say we tell these jokes. We have the right to say it, but you also will be offended. I wasn't saying we, including me.
Yeah, maybe he's French and he was saying yes. Boy, it sounds to me like E-Rock defended himself brilliantly against that accusation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'll take a piss, and I want to play the CNN shit when we get back. I don't do radio teasers. I'm not good at them. So if that interests you, stay. If it doesn't, then fucking go do something else. What am I going to tell you? I'm going to beg you. Fuck yeah! I do like this one. All right, so welcome back. Sorry about that last 4-minute bit. I didn't realize we were going to be on such a long break. I went to piss, and the guys didn't think I was going to be back in time, so I walked in just as that bit started. All right, I wanted to say something, and I forgot what it was when I came back on. Oh, I was just asking Roland. Jeff Ross, I texted Jeff. He think he did Howard today, and I'm like, why don't we have Jeff? I think Roland had asked last week if we wanted him, and then we weren't sure if there was going to be a show today, so I got back to him like, yeah, I want Jeff, of course. And he goes, well, Comedy Central has them all booked up on a radio tour. And I even texted Jeff. He goes, yeah, they have me all. So I was hoping to get Jeff in today. I think that he should have changed the schedule because some of those shows will be great that you do on the radio tour, and some of them will not be good. They will be uneventful and have no audience. And Jim Gaffigan was trying to get booked, and can we not get Gaffigan booked? Is that we said yes to him.
I think Roland's looking into it. He's here later this week.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But I checked the time on the schedule. He's gonna. What the fuck?
We should have him.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I like Jim. Maybe he doesn't like me.
It's a possibility.
It's an understandable possibility.
No.
Did he have you on his TV show?
No. I'm the one comic in New York he didn't have on. You know what? You're right. Forget pursuing Jim Gaffigan. What am I doing? Trying to promote a guy who doesn't like me. All right, let's talk about this asshole who shot up Dallas. This guy was another mental health issue one. His family actually apologized. Like, look, he's a fucking nut. He's obviously just a nut. Another one that should have been fucking just aborted. Can we talk about how the news came where CNN is doing a crack job talking about this guy?
Police expressed that there might be 4, and then they dialed it back to possibly 1. But in your view, you still believe an operation like this has now spanned 18 miles. It was very courageous and brave, if not crazy as well, to open fire on the police headquarters, and now you have this scene, this standoff. So you believe these are the hallmarks of more than one person's involvement?
Well, first off, I want to say I think the Dallas Police Department did an excellent job handling this situation, and we're very fortunate that no one...
Okay, so she said courageous and brave, which, whether you like it or not, she's right. I'm not saying it was right to do it, but it does take courage to open fire on cops. Courage doesn't have to mean good. If you're a fucking an asshole and you walk up and punch a guy in the face for no reason who's a big guy, why does courage and bravery only have to be for good things? Do you know what I mean? Like, the guy's a scumbag. I'm glad none of the cops got hurt, and I'm glad they killed him. He's fucking valueless. But why is she? Maybe because she was saying it like it was a good thing.
Maybe she'll win an ESPY.
But what are you supposed to say? Like, it was almost like when they called the 9/11 terrorists cowards. They weren't cowards. They were scumbags. You know, but you're not a coward if you fly a plane into the... We throw around these words because we think that we're supposed to say a certain thing. Terrorists are cowards. They're not cowards. Are they fucking pieces of shit? Yes. But if you put a belt on yourself that's going to explode and you walk onto a bus or wherever you go, you're not a coward. You're a maniac, you know, whatever. You're hateable. But that's not an act of cowardice. It's an act of something else. You know, just because somebody does something that's courageous or brave doesn't mean that it's admirable.
Yeah, you're right. It's just, you know, always considered, you know, you're right. I mean, this guy was courageous and brave.
Yeah, but he was obviously I'm glad they killed him. He had zero value.
Right.
You know, and is she getting shit just because an implication that courage and bravery are good?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why.
All right. Because it does take balls to do that, even if it's balls for a terrible thing.
Yeah, when you say it that way, you're right.
Okay, but she amended her statement?
One thing that everybody can take out of this.
All right, Jonathan Gilliam, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And yesterday, during a segment on the Dallas Police Department attack, I used the words courageous and brave when discussing the gunman. I misspoke and in no way believe the gunman was courageous nor brave.
So,
and I'll be right back.
Okay, so what do you think? He was crazy. He was crazy. I'd be happier if she said that. He was crazy.
Well, she said crazy in the first clip.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she's like, he was courageous and brave, if not crazy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm sitting here right with you, and I didn't catch him. I'm too busy washing my phone.
I see that.
But she had to come out and say he was not courageous and brave because we only... So what is it then if somebody does something negative or truly terrible, which is what he did, but it's not an act of cowardice, what is it an act of? Like, well, you're not allowed to say it's brave. What is it? Can we only say it's crazy?
I just think you just avoid using those words because they are considered good things.
But when it comes to terrorists, they don't avoid using the word coward.
Right, because it's a bad thing.
Yeah, but you're not a coward if you fly a plane into a building.
No, I mean...
You're not. You're just not. It's not an act of cowardice. Hitting an old lady in the head, as opposed to a big guy, that's an act of cowardice. Yelling at some small person when you wouldn't yell at a big person is an act of cowardice. All right, last call, I guess, the day will be, yay, another one with a good name. What's up?
I think the word that should have been used was ballsy.
Yeah, but the news people won't say ballsy.
Well, no, I understand, but that's what she meant. She didn't mean, like you said, she didn't mean coward, brave and whatever.
Like a fireman. She didn't mean like an act of heroism.
Right. I mean, she just spoke, and that's what she said. But I think what she was meaning was ballsy.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, when she first said it, I didn't like it either. Like, I don't like anyone that shoots at cops having anything good said about them. So then it makes you curious, like, all right, what's the word? What's the fucking term you use? For someone that does something that's really shitty, that does take amount of balls. Maybe ballsy is the word. Whatever. Right. Thanks for the call.
One other thing, Jim.
Okay.
Going back to the horse story. Tell me, if you saw a horse with a great set of tits and an Adam's apple, you wouldn't be interested?
No, sir. There's nothing a horse could do. Was that courageous? You know what? That was courageous. Thanks, buddy. That was courageous and brave. Fucking that horse. If you pull out your dick and you try to stick it in a horse, and you know the horse doesn't want it because you have to tie it down and go, boy, she's not going to like this. That's an act of courage. That's an act of bravery. You're courageous and brave if you take your dick and shove it in a horse after eating its pussy. If you get behind a horse and hold its cunt lips open and go, you are courageous and brave.
That's not crazy and insane.
It is. Yes, it is. But it's also not an act of cowardice. Look at that coward eating horse pussy. You're never going to hear that. Look at that scaredy cat over there licking the horse's twat.
You big chicken.
Yeah, you chicken. You don't even have the courage to do it with a woman. You're taking an animal that could step on you and kill you and break your leg and fucking it. That's an act of courage, my friends. And that's the important lesson of today's show. Hopefully, Bill Burr had no idea I was kidding, by the way, about Opie's taint operation.
Oh, somebody else didn't know either.
Who?
Because Dr. Steve reached out to him to see if he could help.
That's hilarious. I only caught part of the show. And you having a problem with your flagellum, whatever the fucking term is. Flaking flagellum. It'll happen if it's usually only in desert countries for people that fall asleep on their head in the noon sun. Let's see. I can't. You have to tell me what it says. Oh. I can't read. It's too small. The font is too small. I'm getting older, Iraq.
Sorry. O posted the text conversation, and Steve wrote him and said, are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Hope said, just taking the day. And Steve goes, oh, they're saying you had a taint infection, and I fell for it.
Oh, I'm so happy. The fucking doctor, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, because I guess what you said was plausible.
That's true.
You know?
Or Steve's just dumb.
I think it's I don't think those things are mutually exclusive. I realize I've been telling a blithering idiot my most intimate medical secrets. Yeah, wear a hat. It'll help. Really? But they're saying it could be a tumor. Nah, you put a hat on, the sun won't go on it. You'll be fine.
Think he was being courageous and brave?
Yeah. Yeah, you're very courageous, Greg. Not coming into having that taken care of. It's very brave of you to tell everyone that your taint is the scrotum. You're getting a reddening of the scrotum. I bet you Steve just wouldn't let it go. Like, I bet you Opie said, nah, man, he's just kidding. I bet he kept it going. But you don't have any reddening of the scrotum, do you? Okay, if you do, let me know. I'll talk about it.
Send me pictures.
Yeah, send me a photo if you have a reddening. There's no flaking of your scrotum, is there? The guy said, Terry in Florida says, use stupidity, not bravery or valor. It's stupidity. No, it's not just stupidity. It's stupidity, absolutely. But we're talking in the context of what is ballsy to do or not ballsy. Courageous has
to do it.
Having the guts to do. But again, see, all those things, because we typically use them for admiration. So the implication is that I admire a guy. Well, of course not. But you just don't be dishonest. And it always stuck with me when Bill Maher got in big trouble for saying that the terrorists weren't cowards. And he was right, though. They weren't cowards. But by saying that, it doesn't mean that you think they're good people. All right, I'm babbling. Thank you guys for calling in today. It's 10:25. Opie will be back tomorrow, unless this infection spreads into his asshole, which keep our fingers crossed that sweet boy is okay. And let me just plug my gigs. I got a bunch of them. Pittsburgh, Friday the 26th. Borgata, July 10 and 11. I'll be in Albuquerque, July 18th. It's a benefit show. My makeup date in Seattle is August 13 through 15. Here in Carolines in New York, 17 through 19 of September. Minneapolis, September 25. Warren, Michigan, the 26th. The DC Improv, October 15, 16, 17. And Charlotte, November's 5 through 7. Yes. For a bunch of Novembers, 5 through 7. So, excuse me, if you want to come out and see me, come out and see me. And tomorrow we have Judd Apatow. Who else?
Lewis Black.
And Lewis. Why would you say that about his scrotum? What's going wrong with the country? That's Bobo Black.
Sounds like you're Jack Nicholson.
Now you get a dog, Mr. Maloogian. Yes, that's Bobo Black. Are you insane? Are you insane? My dog's a snoodle. I don't know. Can't think of any more Boboisms.
All right.
Yeah. Dictating, I'm not lying, right? All right, so we got Bobo Black, Judd Apatow. See you mañana.